Hey, we had like a whole 10 minutes that y'all didn't hear. But,
lost takes.
It's the lost takes. We got it on video. We got it on video.
What we at? What we have face?
I'm a reintroduce.
I'm like, y'all skipped over my ass.
I'm gonna do the podcast. I'm gonna introduce the podcast just for the ones that's just listening right here.
I mean, that was really good stuff, man.
We got it though.
No,
we got it.
They just gotta tune into the twitchity twitch.
All right, I know. I don't listen, but it's funny because we went all around the world and she came out and said, y'all should definitely know. I was like, oh yeah. She sat on that whole time like, look, y'all show the fucking ass about my shit. Oh my God.
Wow, how rude.
I love it.
Yeah,
that was the payback. You know how JJ be feeling? He be like, we don't ask him how his day went, so he said that's what I'm getting
all that. And she was like, but anyway,
I respect it.
I have to.
I respect it.
She brought that shit.
I respect it.
Hold up, though. Let me write it.
All right.
Yeah, man. Y'all got to catch that on the outtakes. Hey, let me introduce the podcast. You have now tapped into the Deez Ninjas Podcast, and we are so glad.
So glad.
So glad that you came to kick it with us. I am JJ Dynamite, the coolest ninja you know, and I'm here with a ninja and some ninjettes. Cash D, what up?
What up? What up? Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day once again.
Just about a week out.
Hey, local
Leftovers
vibes.
What it do, boos?
Hey, Vacation Barb.
Hey.
Hey, and Nikki Savage.
Yo.
All right, man, we're going to get back to it. We was laughing at all kind of shit. Y'all missed it. Y'all got to catch that on the downside. You know what I mean?
That's pretty funny.
I think you need to ask Taz about it Thanksgiving.
I mean, yeah.
Let's start
I
there.
said that to her, so I just don't want no heat coming from the side.
I ain't know he even coming your way, man.
like on bellies.
I feel mad heat coming off that couch, dog. Mad heat.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was cool. We're not traditional anymore. Me and my mom have our own tradition. So normally we go out to brunch, but because of COVID, we ate in. So we still had like a little of the traditional stuff. So she did that cooking. I did the brunch cooking. Okay. I never got to the, Thanksgiving food because I wasn't hungry no more.
So you didn't hit nobody up for no plates?
No.
Oh, that's how you do that.
But I haven't been having a taste for it. Like, I'm a taste type of person, and so I'm just not really feeling all of that. I was content with because it wasn't like no small brunch. I had the brochet French toast and smothered potatoes and eggs and sausage and a really good spiked eggnog. And then by the time I got hungry again, before she brought my plate, I just finished off what we had earlier, and I was done.
Got it. You're just like, man, fuck that dry ass turkey.
Right.
Nah, I can't say that because moms might listen. Her turkey is never dry. That fried turkey is always good.
My turkey wasn't dry either. So I feel you.
I doubt it, but just in case you hear that part, somebody else, family members be snitching. They'll be like, oh, she was on there talking about your turkey was dry.
How family hitting you with the headline bars. Family headlines.
For real.
Catch you with snippets and quotes and shit from that family shit. She said, what about everything else I said?
See, there's no excuse for like dry turkey, like
ever.
First of all, I don't like to cook. It's not an enjoyable experience for me.
Right.
So I cook sometimes out of necessity, and then I have like a list of things that people always want from me. So anyhow, the 2 times that someone was blessed with my turkey, they call it the water turkey.
Oh.
And they keep asking, like, can you bring the water turkey?
Wait a minute. Blessed with the turkey.
Blessed. Because I went in the kitchen and I was like, hey, yo, why is everybody's turkey so dry? Like, and I look at the turkey and the makeup of the turkey and I look in the hole, like everything, okay, so we gonna make sure.
I want to see what's like the special thing.
Wet ass turkey. What?
Called butter. And then we there's a little slit in between the skin and the actual turkey.
Yeah.
People I don't think know about this.
You got to get in between there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I take the butter, I mean, like, it's a grub of butter. I be like, dang, butter costs this much. It'd be like that, you know? And I season the butter, and we slide so much of that in between that skin. It become the water turkey. And the trick is that you gotta cook it. If you want it in the oven, you can't do the 350 for the 5 hours, whatever. You gotta turn it down. And have to go ahead and do the 10-hour. Just let the butter get in there. And that's how the water turkey happens. But that's too much work, so it's happened twice. And they keep asking. I'm like, hey, I'm retired from that. I ain't like, I'll never be the big mama of that family. Nope.
I do a nice butter bath for the turkey too.
See?
Yeah.
That's what I'm about. Let the turkey swim.
I don't eat regular turkey anymore. Like, since she started frying it, like, that's what I gotta have every time.
Since they usually fry turkeys in peanut oil, I haven't.
Right.
I can't do that.
Gotcha.
I've actually just found somebody that has an alternative, and so I'm gonna tap in and have a go.
And see how that works out.
I'm sure it'll work out.
That's
How was
cool.
your Thanksgiving?
Oh, my Thanksgiving was good. I cooked. I can like knock all that Thanksgiving shit out now. I'm dope.
I did a roast.
I'm dope. My dressing came out super express. Like, I don't know. I really like took both feet, stepped in.
There you
You
go.
feel me?
They didn't get no plates, y'all. Listeners, listen to that.
Hey, I got a plate.
Hey.
Come through.
Hey, look. I'm gonna just everything she's saying. Just sit on it.
Wait till the I know. I can just tell you what's
Just,
hold your
Just-
hey.
just,
Only Saturday.
Vacation. Hold your
just.
Trust me. You just hold on.
Yeah,
Hold tight. You will be pleased.
don't. Yeah, no,
I vouch for. I bet a pinky on that shit. If a motherfucker said, "I'll take your pinky," if she's not, I said, "Take that motherfucker."
I'm not doing this with y'all today.
Hey,
That's how much I vouch. Take that motherfucker then, Frenchie.
just
I
hold
imagine
up.
it's a Frenchman.
Just hold up. It's holiday time. You know what I'm saying?
My
And I like-
favorite
and-
time of the year.
This one is fucking hilarious.
I do.
And I like to cook. I don't look at cooking like a chore.
Yeah, I like it too.
The start. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I got to go to the store because I can't.
Yeah, that's the second part.
Because they bring back the wrong thing. Like, why would you? Okay, some things you're off-brand, you good. Some
Yeah.
things you can, but some other things you can't. So then people come back with the wrong stuff. So now you gotta go to the store yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, second, you gotta put that stuff up and then take it all out for the preparation. Okay.
Is she trying to discourage me?
I'm just
No, it's a lot. It is a lot
now.
at this time of the year.
Hey, look. I don't feel like it's a lot.
How? I just want a little bit of what y'all got talking
Look,
about. You enjoy it.
I can say
I
I
like
got the
that
host. I only had to cook one part of the meal, but that shit was fun, and I loved doing it. It was the whole experience, going to get it, cleaning up for motherfuckers to be there. It was just something to do.
Hey, look, all I don't like doing
Let me hear.
is the cleanup after the cooking.
I
That's a
concur.
fact.
I clean where I go.
But
Even I don't like
Yeah.
that.
But
It's
normally,
just I don't like the cleaning
normally
part.
when I go do something elaborate, I partner with somebody who's going to do that for me.
That's smart.
Yeah. that
I
makes
just partner
sense.
with somebody who's going to help me on the cleanup, who doesn't mind the cleanup part, and as long because I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna do my end on that end. So and I'm gonna try not to just fuck shit up, because some people cook and just
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta clean up as I go.
fuck up everything.
Yeah, no, I cannot do that.
I'm a somewhat do that, but I'm doing a lot of stuff as I'm cooking, so I'm not going to be doing all of that and then the washing the dishes. So I'm gonna do some of that, but I'm gonna rinse stuff off. I'm not going to. Some people just.
That was me, bro. I was a tornado in the beginning.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I got
I
it.
can't.
It's getting more condensed as I go along. The further I get, but I was a fucking tornado.
I like cooking, but just for myself. Like, I'm not like one of those,
No surprise.
like whatever. Like, I'll cook for my mom because we live together. But like the first time I fried a turkey for other people was what got me in trouble, because like
You blew up the house?
No, I'm not one of those. We buy the actual one that you can fry it in the house. We ain't got to go outside and go far and hope not to set the shit
one
on
that- with the
fire.
clothes, the
yeah,
top,
we
close the
just
top.
we do it simple.
Is it the butterball one?
Yes. So I ended up getting, let me tell y'all, that's a quick story. My mom bought me one because I was living in Georgia and I was like, I really want a fried turkey, but she wasn't there to do it for me. So she told me what to do so I could do it. So I was like, all right, everybody knows when my cousin throws functions, I am the sodas, rolls, paper plates person. You don't even have to ask me. I'm telling you, that's when I'm bringing off top. I don't volunteer for shit else.
So you know that you're taking that role from the person who can't cook, who they're going to try to get at you.
That's okay, but you know what happened? People assumed because of that. Now they didn't watch that. Right? Cook. They didn't get that I was fat because I feed myself. They just assumed that she don't bring shit. She can't cook. I did the fried turkey. My cousin was like, "Don't you ever bring shit else but that turkey when you come," because I just make it a point to let people think that I can't cook by never offering to cook.
Like they get down. That's
See?
Me.
Thank you. No. You just left me.
I wanted to do that, but my kids was like, "We gotta eat, or you probably gonna go to jail, Mom." So
right. You weren't able to get that off.
Man, I couldn't do that. I had to cook. I had to figure it out. It didn't start off good, You have some wins. You have some losses.
I feel you.
My only rule is I don't want to go to the store on the day that I'm cooking.
Yo,
I want to go to the store and have everything already ready. Then the day that I cook, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't mind going the day that I'm cooking.
No, let me tell y'all this. Yeah. With us going on break, I told y'all I was gonna have a whole week off, right? So I went to church Sunday. I told my mom Sunday, have a list of everything you want. I'm getting up and I'm going to the store at 6 a.m. because after that I'm coming home, take a shower. And I only plan to wear pajamas all week long. Next day I'm gonna shower, put on some pajamas. I'm going to relax the whole week. Oh, that's cool. I literally ended up going to the store every day except for Thanksgiving. I was so pissed because I'm sitting there going, this is why I was supposed to go on Monday.
You had a plan.
I had a whole ass plan. And then my aunt would call her and say some shit like, they got the Marie Callender's key lime pies on sale. And I'm like, well, shit, why you didn't pick her up one? Like, it was just one of those vacation times.
My prep work was excellent. I didn't need. I literally had the one thing everybody need. I had to go get plastic utensils, paper plates, and cups.
Right.
That was it. That's all I needed.
Why? Because, okay, this rolls over to the potluck rules. Can somebody explain to me how that is supposed to work, okay? So when you have a potluck, I feel like, you're lucky to get some, and you're lucky if it tastes good. That's my rules for the potluck, right? So, like at work, for instance, we have potluck. I said, I ain't taking nothing. My mom was like, you need to stop being so nasty. It's the time to be thankful. So if you're going to make sweet potato casserole fries, just double it up. And make something work. So I go ahead. I'm like, okay, Mom, you don't understand. These people don't cook. Somebody bring the rolls and somebody bring the plastic stuff. Like, no, that's no contribution. Don't know.
So nobody bringing nothing?
No, like other people.
They no show offs?
They bring like a lot of desserts usually, but this year they came through. I just feel like this. Y'all asked me to bring the sweet potato casserole, which includes pecans. And anybody know that bag that I need on sale is $16 on sale. All right, so
I'm gonna let you know, just for going forward in the future, if you ever make any of that for me, you don't have to spend that $16.
Man, we're not gonna have you over here.
I'm just saying, takes that down right off the top. Feel me?
So I asked for macaroni and cheese. Y'all know the cheese is expensive.
Yeah.
So now I can't come with no less than $40 of my contribution. I can make myself a steak and real nice shrimp and everything for $40. But now I'm contributing, right? So then you come through with some sodas, but you don't even go to the house. You go to 99 cents and bring Tiki Punch. I'm pissed. All right, I like Tiki Punch. But there's some people who like Coke. You couldn't even bring the Coke. You brought the 99 cents.
They brought the cola.
Yeah, right. So then you gotta worry about, okay, so for me, a potluck means that you're supposed to take about 2 tablespoons of everybody's stuff, but you got 10 or 12 dishes. So you get a whole plate, a tasting plate, you're still full. But people come through, the one who brought the paper plates and utensils, and take a whole serving. Now it's enough for everybody. So then you feel bad. You're like, okay, so next time I'm going to make a full thing. Again, you stuff for $40. And what happened at work this last time? For the first time, almost everybody brought something or 2 items. They actually spent time in the kitchen cooking.
So that shit was good?
Yeah, you gotta cut up the potatoes. Like, that's work. This one fool brought Pringles. But maybe
he knows he ain't got no skills.
I'm with you, Barb. Look, do not come to my shit and bring the fucking cheapest shit that you can find to my shit. I'm not going to provide the cheapest shit.
But you know what? No, I'm gonna step in for some of the people who bring that shit because they might know they can't cook, so maybe they don't.
No, but don't like you said, man. Go get some Hawaiian punches.
I can do that. Now, see, I never brought the off-brand stuff when I was doing
all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, no,
but it happens.
Look, if you can't, that's why I said it's messed up that you be taking the work because there's people that can't cook that need to bring that stuff. That's what they looking to bring. They looking to bring the chips, the plastic goods, and then
I've been doing that shit since I was in school. You know when they used to tell you write your name on the board for what you bring? I was always don't nobody else, but I'm bringing the plastic shit. Don't ask me for nothing else.
I think that as kids.
I'm not going to bring y'all the buns that just.
I used to want to bring the paper plates and stuff.
That's right.
I'm not going to bring y'all the buns that just say buns.
So
I'm about chips. All the time.
I used to like to bring chips
I bring
too.
3 different bags.
Don't bring me the chips that just say chips, nigga. Bring me a name brand chip.
I got the chips I know I wanted, and then some other shit, Lay's or some shit barbecue. You can't go wrong.
I usually waited to the last minute, so like that day on my mom's way to take me to school, I'll be like, "Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to bring some chips." So at that point, she don't care what kind of chips we wanted. It's whatever chips is at this liquor store right here.
When we speaking mamas and all that, when they get involved, it's different.
Right.
I'm talking about
but
now.
as an adult,
if you come into the shit, you know what I'm saying, and we all doing some shit, like, come on.
Yeah.
I take my potluck day off. I take the day off from work because
I bring real shit.
Thank God.
And they're nasty at my job. So I wasn't even fucking with them.
The cat lady. You know the cats be burning across the counter.
That's why I don't fuck with them. Them things like that. Them potlucks ain't my thing.
That's a thing of a pass for me.
Who made this?
I think all potlucks for me, I prefer when they say, you buy the
something
dish.
From
like, because I'm not gonna eat it if you cook.
Even like amongst a group of friends or something.
Friends,
that's different. But I'm talking about like at work and stuff.
No, I'm just
at the workplace.
I'm just.
But
even with some families,
I fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
some family members too, though, you be knowing how they house be, and everybody be like, "Oh, you know that's good," but you be like, "I ain't fucking with it because I know how it is."
You like, I'm only eating Albertsons.
Be like, hey, you be like Auntie Riri, the roaches fly at her. You know how nasty
and you be wondering if other people know that.
Like, who bought sandwiches?
Right.
When the roaches fly, it's different. Right. That's a different thing.
When the roaches fly,
man.
Hey, bring that Costco pinwheel sandwich.
That's what I do. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Who bought the sandwiches? Who bought the little sandwiches? The little wraps?
Right.
Who bought the little wraps? Who bought the chicken?
Oh, hey, you know what you can always get away with?
The grocery store chicken always be popping.
Yeah.
You bring that celery in that ranch dressing, you a hit. They don't never give a fuck how much of that shit they got. That's always good.
I am. Absolutely.
Come through with that motherfucker.
It's true.
Carrots, celery, and broccoli, and ranch.
I'll follow it up.
6 of them motherfuckers. All of them be empty at the end of the day.
Fruit tray.
Nigga, that's another win.
That's
easy.
my fave.
And you can play like you give a fuck about the kids.
all these lovely suggestions instead of
You can make cheap ass cookies. Nigga, don't bring all these forks.
Green bean casserole.
Hey, you need a fork to eat.
I mean, we telling y'all how to live y'all life, man. You know what I'm saying? Take this shit, absorb that shit, soak it up. You know what I'm saying?
Scoop up that food. It's okay. I don't need no fork. I know how to make it work.
Man, listen, I need bread. Bread to be the foundation.
I'm not dealing with y'all. What we talking about today? While they over here judging my paper plates.
I appreciate that.
Not you. I'm talking about the two you put in between.
Turkey from
they always separate me from Nikki just so I could be between the people judging me.
I'm gonna talk to show up to the potluck with nothing to eat, everything openly. Like, all right,
we was talking about Thanksgiving. Favorite foods. What's your favorite Thanksgiving foods?
Dressing
what do you
for sure.
especially look forward to?
1,000% dressing.
Dressing?
1,000%.
1,000%.
I'll eat only that.
Yeah?
For sure.
Barb.
Man, that mac and cheese, but it gotta be that one though.
Gotta be that yeah. Says yeah.
Don't sound like that. I don't want it.
Gotta be smacking. Gotta be smacking. Mocha vibes. What's your deal?
Okay, so y'all gonna judge.
Why we gonna judge?
Because I know where it's gonna go. Because it's not the traditional thing. But I got it from my aunt. And even though she's gone, that's still my thing. I cannot have Thanksgiving without the jellied cranberry sauce and the Hawaiian rolls. Like, no, everybody else be like, I'm looking for mama's. I love my mama cooking. Don't get me wrong, but then them two things that is just like I need.
Look, I don't really care about rolls, but
rolls.
I like the jelly cranberry sauce.
Them the two things I gotta have.
I actually
like it too.
now I combine the jelly with the other one that's more like the fresh, but it's still the jelly.
Yeah.
Really?
You got the whole cranberry.
I just need that.
I like the burst, the
Yeah.
burst, but it's still jelly. It's still the joint. I can respect that. Yeah, I need that with my dressing. Like,
Right,
I,
and I like that, but I'm saying those are the things I gotta have.
I need that with my dressing. Like it's a need. Like
that's the only way.
I'm looking around like who got the cram. You know what I'm saying? Like that got to happen. Cash? What you look forward to?
Mom, spicy potato salad and the peach cobbler, G.
The desserts and the potato salad. And can't nobody make potato salad like mom's, grandmom's,
Spicy
like that shit you
salad.
grew up on. That shit you grew up on.
Yeah, buddy.
It's different.
Yep, that's the one.
I don't care for it.
You don't like potato salad?
I don't like potato salad.
Well, that's that. Well, you don't like it, but if you do,
no, I don't. I won't. I don't
if
need
you
it.
do, it's nothing. It's like like mom's. Has anybody had any like that compares with what they get from home?
From
Like, or what they grew up
establishment?
on? Have you ever had like went to another one like, whoa, that's
I've had some
with moms.
comparable. I've had some greens that had me looking at my grandma like, "Hey, you got some competition out here."
yeah, that's I was
greens.
thinking potato salad specifically, but that's cool too.
But I did have some greens that had
Yeah.
me come. Hey, somebody out here fucking with your weight class out here.
Usually the
Punching.
ones that are close for me are other family members that kind of learn from them, where it'd be like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
you
the
know
same
what,
base.
this is hitting like, you know
This
that.
is a stranger.
I haven't had ones that like were the same style that competed with what I grew up on, but I've had a couple like other styles, you know what I'm saying, like other cultures, potato salad that was kind of fire too. Like, oh, that was
Good stuff.
It
was a barbecue spot that was on Crenshaw, man, for like about 10 years. They used to have like a hot, spicy potato salad that was fire.
My mom make one, nigga. I'm telling
And
you,
that was the only
different.
place I would eat something like that from. Like I was
I
like,
don't
well,
like
what
my
is
potato
this?
salad spicy.
It was I had never
like
had it
spicy
like
shit,
that.
so-
I had never had it like that, and I wouldn't from somewhere else.
It's an
but
ill twist.
it was like a surprise because I didn't know. You know, he was like, oh damn, that was good.
I had a friend that used to fuck with quiche, and they had quiche on
I love quiche.
Thanksgiving, and that shit put me on the quiche.
I'm an
yeah,
egg
I
guy.
like
I like
So,
eggs.
like
I was
quiche.
fucking with it. So I love Thanksgiving, man. That's my favorite get down by far.
Yeah, I look forward to the dressing too. That combo. That
Oh, the
dressing.
dressing with the
That-
gravy.
I mean that combo specifically, that dressing,
That's the one.
cranberry sauce combo. But what was crazy is I love ham, but I don't so much love I like the honey bake.
That's right.
But I really love it that next morning when I can make like some eggs with it. With
I'm
the
so
honey
I'm
baked
not a
ham.
ham
Yeah, I
eater.
used to like the
I'm
ham.
so jealous. I'm so jealous because I can vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
But I'm allergic. A piece of ham will literally kill me. Like fucking kill me.
Oh hell
So-
no.
I'm so jealous.
I've been with this guy when he
I remember
accidentally ate some pork he didn't know he was eating and like broke his whole thing down.
in minutes.
Like, what's wrong
Wow,
with this
that's
guy?
crazy.
What's going on here?
He's
Strong.
Yeah.
He's wrong. He's melting.
He's
Where is it though? Don't you wonder like what is in the pork that
my doctor
whatever
said I'm
enzyme
a
is in the
percentile,
pork.
and it's certain parts of the pork because I can play with bacon, but that's about it. All that deep thigh meat, fucking ham and shit.
See, you crazy because I don't play with stuff. Once I'm allergic,
That's like me. I don't play. People were like, there's certain oils. Nope, I don't play.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
Like
not super.
I don't eat Chick-fil-A's
bacon.
fried sandwich because it's
Because of that?
Yeah, and they like, what's happened? We use a refined peanut oil.
No, bitch.
Well, okay,
Well,
that's
not-
cool.
Yeah, fuck off.
Give me the grilled.
Right.
I'd be testy. Like, let me just lick the chicken, see if it.
Nah, I'm not testing
Okay, a little bit of
nothing.
taste.
Not lick it.
Okay, so I feel
I'm not testing, man. That shit is the worst. You be like, oh, well, this is
It
it.
is terrible.
Whenever you fucking realize that the allergy is kicking in, I hope I catch this before it's over.
Right.
Yeah.
yours is that bad?
It feels like even if it's not that acute, the symptoms, the onslaught of them are so acute that it makes
The
you like.
panic that they thinking about my shit finna be full blown scares me.
Right.
At least panic attack it.
I only have one thing that I'm like willing to try, but even when I do it, my mom will tell you I pop that Benadryl already, then I eat it, and then I'm out for the count. I don't even give it a chance
To even
to
do
know
that.
what that feel like because I be.
And you know that's funny because my mom hit me to that same trick, and when I ain't tried it on no heavy shit because it's been so many years, I don't miss it no more. So I tell you, I probably risk it all for fucking a really well looking pork chop.
It's a rib for me. It's a rib for me.
Oh, pork rib.
Yes, like I miss like barbecue ribs like that.
Dang. So when you step into that lifestyle, can you never just like take a day like a cheat day?
I mean, you could do whatever you want. It's your life. But
I mean, like, is it like a spiritual thing, or is it a thing like you don't want to get sick? Or?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah,
like once you go so far, it's like it's no turning back.
Yeah, your body
I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely asking. Like you can eat like this.
So like immediately,
for some people, these things are more spiritual than others. Sometimes it's a health decision. Sometimes it's people take it and make it a bigger thing.
It's kind of a little bit of all that. For me, like, it's like a growth process.
Okay.
And I'm kind of like glad that I've been able to stick to it as long as I have. Right. So like now I feel like I need to keep going because I did it this long. So keep on. But somebody did make me like some tofu ribs before. It wasn't that bad. It kind of tastes like a McRib.
No, nigga, you gave up ribs, nigga. Don't we making tofu ribs, nigga? I ain't with it.
Tofu ribs.
I'm anti. Don't be trying to make up meat.
And a jackfruit roast.
Make up meat.
They be trying to make up meat. No, we got this. Yeah. They be calling it meat now, man. Call that shit
almost meat.
Buffalo cauliflower. Nigga, stop talking about the buffalo wings, nigga.
I love those.
They call them but don't vegan
the
buffalo
Killer
wings.
Shrimp got the best
no, they're
ones.
not. They vegan. They're buffalo cauliflower. Why it's marketing.
Let me tell you something.
It's marketing. I know.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
It's insulting.
My child's fucking mom, fuck her. She used to go that route with the vegan veggie shit early.
Shots fired.
And she had found these sausages called Boca, B-O-C-A.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I can't even find them no more. But when I tell you, them motherfuckers was probably the best fucking sausages I ever fucking had my whole life. Pause if I have to. It was unlike any fucking thing I ever had. And then I fuck with Earls too. So I can see how niggas get, and that's where you fuck with Earls?
I fuck with Earls, yeah.
Okay, good, because that's a source for you.
Definitely. I do.
You decided, nah, I'm off that.
What?
Not you specifically, but I'm saying if you decided, nah, I'm off that, then you go eat some salad.
Nothing like almost like that though?
Huh?
That should just not even have nothing close to it?
Don't call it that. Call it something else. Change it so.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be called like.
Change the name. It's not because it's offensive to the people that oh, okay. Let me see. Vegan chicken wings.
Like, did the chicken eat vegan?
I'm like, why? Why y'all can't just call it cauliflower?
Because that shit ain't appealing.
Nigga, you that's what you about to eat.
Know what you eating?
That's what you about to eat.
I feel you.
I pass.
But they want you to know what this is going to be like. It's going to be almost like.
Or to maybe put in your head to make you start thinking it's like.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not.
That's the marketing.
It's not what it's going to be like.
That's a marketing tool.
I think I can eat some fish.
Chicken be getting disrespected.
Nowadays.
Everything tastes like chicken. No, it don't. Man, I've had a lot of these things that taste. It's the texture is like chicken. But these things don't taste like chicken. Huh?
The fried exterior, not even the meat. The fucking fried exterior, the fried legs, that's what tastes like chicken to me, was the outside, like the fried part, like the fried part.
Tastes like chicken. Skin.
Yeah, the exterior, not the protein.
You're right.
I've heard it about a lot of different gamey ass little items.
Chewing forever and shit.
Alligator too. It's like a weird flavor.
Yeah, but the texture is similar. It's like a tougher version, but it's a similar texture. I've had alligator too.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Alligator, let me tell you that alligator sausage is one of the best.
I've had sausage, but I had it grilled.
Yes.
I had it grilled.
I had it as like a crab cake.
Yes.
I had it grilled, and it was just like grilled, like the tail or some shit. I don't know.
The flavor.
And it was kind of, it was tough though. It was a little tough.
But do they like take that outer? So
everything else was super fire there.
I've never had alligator.
Oh no, we gotta get
Brazilian barbecues, different little spots when you eat other cuisines. They'll get it.
Oh, I'm open to shit. Like I don't trip.
we gotta get
I eat. I give a fuck.
the Florida gator cooking ain't the same. I'll tell you, I've had it in both New Orleans and in Florida.
I be cooking them gators.
in
Tell
South
us.
Carolina.
Surprisingly, I had it in Mexico. It was weird. I can't even tell you how that happened. It was just on the menu.
How do we cooking them gators?
That alligator in Mexico?
Yeah,
That was a cartel alligator.
probably so.
Nikki ate a cartel alligator in Mexico.
Mocha.
did
drive us to some weird
When's the
remote
last time you
place.
had some alligator?
Never.
Never?
No.
Your eyes telling me that you probably
No.
not. Nah, not going there.
Gator sausage, okay, you know how you have turkey sausage? I don't know what the spice is that they put in sausages, but whatever that spice in the turkey sausage that make it taste just like the pork sausage, like gator has that flavor.
That's sage and basil.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just has that flavor, like, oh, just real sausagey.
I don't try a lot of stuff. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
Not
not that
adventurous?
person. No, because I like to know. I'll eat variations of things that I know I like, but outside of that, I'm not a adventurous person. Partly because that's how I found out I was allergic to shit, and so I'm kind of cool.
He's like,
with,
I'm cool to find
Yeah, I
out
don't
I'm
want to learn
allergic to
about
shit.
no more allergies. I'll just stick with what I know
Right.
won't kill me, and we good. Like I'll do
Okay.
variations of it, but I'm
I
not.
respect that.
I'm not venturing.
Okay, I have a question. Cash already said Thanksgiving is his favorite holiday.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys' favorite holidays?
Christmas. So I just want y'all to know, I listen to Christmas music throughout the year, here and there, so people don't know, But then as soon as Thanksgiving hits, that's all you're gonna hear in my car from here until the New Year.
So
It's
you
my
in?
Christmas music.
So you're locked in right
I'm
now.
on it.
Okay.
Own it.
See, like this is like
Christmas
Mocha
is my
vibes in
favorite time
full
of the
bloom
year.
right now.
I'm actually sad because since we're moving, we're not going to do the whole full, decorations thing like I normally do. Like my thing was all like decorating the outside of the apartment door. Like when you walked into our apartment building, you saw Christmas. This year, we just gonna have the little, poinsettia outside and that's it. But next year when we're in the house, it's
going down.
on.
She lit
It's
up,
like it's about
I've
to
already
go.
started buying
down.
stuff.
she
to
lit up like a
decorate.
Christmas tree, quote unquote, air quotes.
Yeah.
That's that movie. What is that movie? And he go and they do all that work and they light the thing and they like.
Elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shortage. That's gonna be her.
Elf.
Well, no, because
Electricity
off camera we talked about my frugalness. So I tend to get stuff that you really only see during the daytime or you close up on the house.
Okay.
I don't do all the lights.
So when
and
we
stuff.
say, well,
Nah.
Has the solar power.
But I'm gonna get that life-size Black Santa and put that outside my shit. Like I'm about to do it all.
Down good because people be taking Black Santa.
Yeah. But this okay. We gonna be good next year.
okay, Barb.
Okay. My favorite holiday is actually Thanksgiving, and it's not because the smallpox blankets or anything like that.
You're right.
Like, I'm not down for that cause, but people just need to take the Christopher Columbus now Indigenous Day issues out of it and just think about what it's for. Like all the people, on Christmas, not everybody makes their rounds because they have their own little family, kids, their trees, and opening their gifts. Not everybody makes it around, but for Thanksgiving, everybody swings by, slides through, grabs a plate, says hello, something, and it's just nice to see the cousins.
So it's the fellowship.
Yeah, I love it. And then the fact that you just be there and you like right before dinner, tell everybody what you're thankful for. And again, I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you for that.
Yes.
How y'all?
Part of Deez Ninjas. Let me be a ninja. I really appreciate y'all.
How y'all?
Fuck yeah.
Love.
Keep the tears inside.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like, man, somebody chopping onions?
You got it in the glass. I already know. Like, go ahead. Keep them up there. Yes, I'm thankful for y'all. I really am.
I'm thankful for all y'all too.
Yeah, for sure. I love all the holidays, but I'm not gonna lie, my favorite holiday is my motherfucking birthday.
Hey! I was gonna wait till y'all finish so I can let y'all know, like, my birthday is the best thing next to sliced bread. Like
1000% my birthday. August 15th is coming up.
mine will beat yours.
You say August? Next year.
Yes. It's coming up.
Nigga,
Y'all got
it's
time.
coming up. Oh my God.
Yours, bro. Shenanigans.
I ain't knowing it.
I'm
I
not
knew it
hating
was
either,
coming.
but it's coming up. It's yeah, that's a
It's
spin.
coming up. It's here.
That's
It's
a-
coming up again.
That's a twist. That's a twist. Hey, mine's is New Year's.
Really?
Yeah, man, I like the
I like New Year's.
celebration.
Fireworks.
Sometimes
Okay.
I just like the how everybody's so festive and so fucking
Optimistic.
optimistic. You know what I'm saying? Going into
Yeah.
some of these things you get accomplished. Some of you don't. But I love the optimism and the outlook that comes around for New Year's.
You know, I will admit, I am usually not even awake by when the New Year's comes in. Like,
It doesn't have to be like the
I
moment
just-
that it turns over. It's just like in the beginning, like it's like even when people don't talk about it, it's like, oh, people start looking forward to things they might want to try to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel it. It's just, I was thinking of, how people get excited when they get ready to get dressed up and stuff. I purposely would go to the early service when my church would have multiple services,
Right.
so I could be home and sleep by the time the ball dropped.
I fucks with New Year as long as I get a bowl of gumbo from somebody.
Yes.
Happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I usually go surf around and try to find some gumbo too.
That's what I'm hunting on
Yes.
for New Year's. That's the whole mission. It's gumbo.
I feel it.
I definitely make a secret
it.
pot.
Have we got all the chitterling people out of here now? We haven't got
No,
all the-
I don't know
mess
how
with it.
anybody eats that shit.
I mean, that was a certain generations, but have we got all? Are they all out of here now?
no, because
I
my
believe
granny
so.
still believes that's how you bring in the new year, bring
See?
yourself good
Nice.
luck.
That's
And I'll be
good.
like, no.
I would die.
So no,
Right.
you're saying no.
The
There's
best
still
part about it
chitterling
is
people.
I forced my illness, they couldn't even cook them shits. Cause I would die. They couldn't even
Yeah.
cook them and they
Yeah.
was bad as a motherfucker.
He like the fumes
Couldn't even- yeah.
of the pig's ass.
It's killing me.
They're affecting me.
Physically.
Yeah,
In the real time.
you guys are. Yeah, I
See,
see.
I'm that type of person that, I'll try a dish 3 times. Because have you ever had something, you might go to Vern's auntie's house and his aunt just don't cook as well. And I get over here to Miss Savage's auntie and she savage that dish up like, bloop, where'd you go? And I'm like, oh, this is good, but that ain't the same.
Right.
I've tried chitterlings 3 times. I'm out for the count forever. And the crazy part, I eat
Forever.
dishes with the tripe in it. Like,
I've tried them.
I don't mess with it.
But it's easy.
I've tried them before.
You tried them? You out?
I'm out.
I'm out. How many times did you give a try?
Twice, like twice.
I was out on default, bro. That was happened to be one of the things. I was just in the house.
I
that
tried it
was
once
just-
on a challenge. The first time on a challenge. The second time on some like grandma type.
Yeah. That's how I tried them too. And I didn't know what it was. They didn't say like,
Bless the Lord for
this
this,
is
illness.
some pig ass.
What kills me?
Eat it.
Some of them real chitterlings, chitlins, whatever you want to call them. They be like, oh, that's because you didn't put the hot sauce on it. Hey, yo, bro, if I gotta put something on top of something, make it edible.
And shit, now these two things they go together. They go together.
It's
Nah.
definitely
Like I said, I'm
necessary.
out. I'm out too.
There's
We
only
all
one
out,
place
bro.
for chitlins.
We all out.
No, but I was just
Right.
like so, but
The
we
trash.
still got people around that's making them, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they old. Like, my granny in her 90s. That's why she stick to it. And she still believes every year that brings her good luck. So I just let
So
her have
it's
it.
nothing you can do about it.
Right. I just don't go to her house. No, she said you got to have them both. So she literally will make both
I thought it was
for
some-
New Year's.
You know, you basically keeping that tradition going just for Black Eyed Peas.
Right.
The chitlins.
Minus the chitlins.
Bring it on.
Hey, it's young people that be like, man, if these old people don't get out of here with these Black Eyed Peas, why do they still eat these things?
I fuck with the Black Eyed Peas.
I could do Black Eyed Peas, but
I
chitlins,
know.
I ain't
I'm
do
telling you, that's because we
Yeah.
are of the generation where that ain't phased out.
Right.
We locked in like the ones before was eating the chitlins. Chitlins is gone. We still on the Black
Ah,
Eyed
man, I
Peas.
can't never.
These
with the
niggas gonna be
chitlins.
making meatloafs with hot fries in there and shit. So I
They already doing that shit.
There
They're
you go.
already doing it.
All right, let's talk about some shit that went down this week. What went down this week? What was the most prominent thing this week? Let me see.
The most prominent?
What can I think was the most? No, I'm just fucking with you. Of course, the fucking. At least the
guilty,
conviction.
guilty,
Yes.
guilty, and more guilty.
Guilty, and more guilty convictions of the 3 men who murdered Ahmaud Arbery. Right?
Yes.
Ahmaud Arbery.
Yes. That did it for me. Because I think, you know, especially after the whole debacle in Wisconsin, I'm not going to say his name. I have much hope in stuff. I don't really usually have much hope in these things anyway.
Right.
But when it happened, I just felt myself being like, all I needed was that first guilty verdict. I was like, yes! And then they kept going. I was like, yes! It felt like like a sporting event where it was just like, you still never knew. It was like, okay, they gave us 1. What about these other 2? They gonna hold them to that same standard? Yeah. So that did it for me. Not saying I know he's still gone, so that does not bring that part. But somebody being held responsible for that mother's pain was just everything for me. And in time for Thanksgiving, because they did an interview with the aunt when they first, gave it to the jury, and that was something that she wanted. She was like, I'm just hoping that it at least gives us a little bit of closure going into the holidays.
Did you hear the dad or the uncle when he was like yelling out like, yes!
He had to be escorted out, and that was okay. That was okay.
Man.
It was okay.
Like, come on. Yeah.
I couldn't even watch y'all. I was like, Google gonna give me an alert about what's going on. Hey, Google, tell me. Because I didn't want to be angry or disappointed. Yeah. Like now, my standards of, like my bar, just set it low.
Right.
So I'm not disappointed. So if anything great happens, I'm like, oh, yay, we got a win,
Right.
That's just still sad. Like that was so senseless. Like
very.
Who just hatred in your heart that much to just gun down somebody?
And the audacity. Yeah, I was not even aware that they were getting ready to read the verdict, right? I just happened to walk in and it was coming on. And I'm like, okay, this is going on right now. Right before the first thing was read. And so it caught me by surprise. But I was pleasant. It was, a pleasant thing, I guess, to see that, Because you never think that it's going to go right.
Right.
And they still think it's sentenced, right?
Right.
They haven't been sentenced, no.
But you know what was the
I was pleasantly surprised. I couldn't get that shit out.
What was the kicker for me that I enjoyed was those defense attorneys who have been pissing me off, especially when the way they disparaged him during their closing remarks. Mm-hmm. So as they was reading those guilties, I was looking at I didn't even care about the defendants. I was just like, so you see that didn't work, right? Okay, cool. How every time they did anything, you was like, can we get a mistrial? Because there's too many black people in here. Like, I loved watching
They said the actual jury wasn't there. When they did, when they was doing some of those shenanigans, the lawyer, the lawyer's crafty, you know what I'm saying? He's savvy. Mm-hmm. They said a lot of the times that was when the jury was outside.
Right.
They were still,
posturing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like if they must do. But I'm saying, as they was reading those guilty verdicts, especially that chick, that woman, I just feel like if somebody comes and just kicks her in the face, I wouldn't even feel bad for her. Mm-hmm. That attorney, it was like watching her. And I'm like, yeah, it didn't work, bruh. Your dude, I think hers got 8 out of 9 guilty. So I was like, I guess you trash. Like, you didn't even get him off, not even a little bit, that. I needed that. I needed that.
I think we all needed that.
Yeah.
It was. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm more or less looked at it like they didn't get it wrong. The common sense thing, and that's what we look for. I look for more than ever how blatant they gonna be with the fuck up. And it's no solace in them doing the fucking right thing. We celebrated as we should, but we shouldn't have to.
It shouldn't have to be a celebration.
Justice supposed to be just.
Right.
And it's not. Right. And my thing is, unlike the other one, like her, I'm not gonna mention the name. There's still some culpable immediately after the trial, they starting to show when the cops got on the scene of the murder and how they're like asking the shooter, "Are you okay? Hey, make sure you don't get no."
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And the lady that wouldn't even file the charges for 70 days, and the DA. There's a lot of still people.
I saw the
trial. Okay, that's what
I saw the statements written by the DA, and then all that paperwork.
It's still some loose ends that I already want to see.
Where he was pretty much justifying it, pretty much doing the box, justifying the situation.
Real quick,
I saw that. Yeah,
opening open the
right. He was not even going to open any kind of investigation.
Yeah, right.
And we need that dealt with too, because we need everybody to know that
everybody that's culpable for
Well, the Broad, she definitely getting ready to go on trial.
Yeah.
She was arrested, that DA, and then she lost. Of course, when they ran up, they actually got somebody that got signatures to run against her ass, and then she lost. But she's facing charges. And I think that's how it should be all the time. When you're not doing your job, that's what needs to happen.
Especially if you're supposed to be on the side of the law.
Or you're doing some sort of weird obstruction. I mean, if it's not, of
you
some
can't
sort.
stand in the way, and you're supposed to be that's your job to facilitate justice. So fuck her in the face and let's get that trial underway.
I'm with all of that. Right. Everything you just said, all in the face.
Accountability is finally starting to play a role in these types of situations.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes. I don't want to bring up old boy, but you see the interview where he even made claimed to the statement like if this was another, you're saying pretty much a black person wouldn't have got away with this shit, you know what I'm saying, because the way the system is.
Right. Tell us something tell us something we don't know.
No, but he was like literally like the system is fucked up towards them. He's like the system is fucked up, and he was like, and honestly, I was able to have fucking top of the line lawyers. Everybody can't get top of the line.
But I don't like that he even put himself in the same group as black people who don't get the justice they should.
That's them talking to him about it. Once they talking to you about it, you just talk. I'm not justifying. I'm just saying that was stated.
And then the next day he went and took pictures with the orange guy. Like,
was that the next day?
Yeah.
I don't know the timeline.
Oh, he called me. He said he wanted to see me.
They're using this dude. He's like a mascot right now.
It's imagery and grooming. And
he's a mascot.
It's Mickey Mouse at Disneyland shit, but it all works for their causes.
He's a mascot. That's why I go. That's why all the different little members of Congress, just out here,
which is so crazy. It's so
talking out their ass. Yeah, they're talking out their ass.
And it's a slap in the face. They want you to know where they at with shit. Just pay attention.
Well, we know it's not over because they already talking about appealing, which we knew. And the crazy thing was, the channel that I was watching, people give feedback on, they had Botham John's sister on. And so they were like, since your family got a little bit of justice, how do you feel about that? Even though 5 years for murdering her brother wasn't shit. Right. But the crazy part was she was like, well, I hope they have some closure we haven't been able to have, because since they gave her that little 5 years, she's still been trying to fight having to do them 5 years, So they just said turn down her second appeal to get out just recently. So it's like, what irritates me is you fucked up, and then you still want to drag these families through court proceeding after court proceeding for some shit you did. Like, take your L, go to jail, and serve your fucking time.
For sure.
That's what I'm hoping they don't keep dragging this shit out. Because his parents don't deserve that.
Don't they get one?
What, appeal? Yeah, she got two. And because you could go to different levels. So she on number 2.
Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Right. In the state Supreme.
Yeah, so it's just foolish. But I'm hoping they kind of get a little bit of peace. Because at the end of the day, their son ain't coming back. So,
No, the shit's fucked up. But, I'm glad that on one, hands justice was served. Mm-hmm. Somewhat. Shit is fucked up. They was dragging my way out to the mud. All right. Let's get off that. Let's see, y'all, man. All right, did y'all see the dude that drove through the parade?
Yep. Man, yes. But he drove over somebody else before this.
No.
Yeah, his baby mama.
He drove over somebody else.
Oh, my guy's just a runner over.
Yeah.
Same vehicle.
They said he's used the vehicle even before that.
They identified the vehicle from a rap video.
Yeah.
My man's a rapper.
Yeah, he a rapper.
Struggle rapper.
Math Boy Fly.
Yeah, Math Boy Fly.
From Wisconsin,
Right.
Wisconsin acting up lately.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to know we don't take it easy on niggas that be cutting up, and this nigga was cutting up.
This nigga was
Let
cutting
y'all
up.
have a GoFundMe for this nigga.
This nigga killed
Like
6
now.
people.
Yeah.
Old people, bro, like motherfuckers would be dancing like the old couple, old 50s,
It was kids
50s
and
type
shit out there.
And you know,
Injured like 18.
And you know, he like a black nationalist. That's what
Yeah.
he like. You know,
That's
Yeah.
a black eye for
Like,
the
I'm saying, as
motherfuckers
far as
that's really
his
in the fight.
yeah. You know what I'm
Oh, I thought they said he was running from, like, no lie. That's what they were talking about on the news. He was running
he's pretty
from
much
another
like an
incident.
anti-terrorist. He was like, no, he's like he might have been.
He was out on bail.
Right,
Yeah.
but they said like on this particular day, the narrative that's being spun
someone
is
said
that
that.
he was, like he had gotten into an incident and he was running from them. But I'm still like, at some point you didn't see a barricade before you decided
Right.
to keep
Fuck
going
them
that
people.
way.
Fuck
Like,
them white
I
people.
felt like,
That's what he was on.
when I was reading about him, I felt like he was on some fuck y'all people type shit.
Yep.
I mean, he
Who
was
he
out
running
on
from when
bail.
he ran over his baby mama?
Well, they didn't say that with that, but no, they were saying there wasn't an incident, but I didn't know it was that. But I do know instantly after that shit happened, they was like, we hope it's not a terrorist thing before they even showed what the person looked like. So I was like, oh, that person couldn't have been black been white, because that's the only time they throw that terrorism stuff
Right.
in there. If it would have been any other way, like when
Oh, they would already been making excuses.
yeah, what was that thing? And what was it, Charlottesville? When that dude drove into, they never once brought up, do you think it's a terrorist
Right.
situation?
Well, no,
So that was a
they never
a
do
thing
on
for
that.
me.
All those domestic terrorist
Yup.
situations, they
Well,
never
this fucking
talk about it.
Negro, he's ignorant, according to what we see. And according to that, I feel like the nigga should get whatever the fuck he got coming to him.
Yeah.
For that, because nigga, it's rules to this shit. Old people and kids, nigga, just reckless running a car.
Yeah,
Just
man.
driving through shit.
They didn't
Just
already.
babies
All right,
up.
so how do you feel about them taking down the GoFundMe for him?
I feel like fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But they done left it up for other folks that
Right, and that's what I was gonna say. I was like on the fence about that. I mean, not that I would donate to the shit, but
That's the only reason I'm asking. That's the reason why I'm asking.
That's why he got
right,
his lawyer.
and that's what I'm saying. If you not go, I think it needs to be. But you know, we all know that the rules don't always apply. But I think they need to
hell
have
yeah.
all around rule. If that's what you gonna do, then you do it for every fucking body. Period.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
I believe the games are skewed, and I know it is. So I'm glad when the shit worked the way it's supposed to on Ford. He shouldn't have no fucking GoFundMe. You ran over babies.
I think none of them should. But
No,
if you
but-
gonna let them have it, then I think you should leave it up,
They-
and people decide where they gonna give their money to.
Yeah, that's how I think too.
If you think you trash and you don't donate the money, like it's simple.
I fuck with it.
I don't like the fact they took it down when they left all these other people that had murdered people. George Zimmerman shit, they get took down.
For real, he's still walking around making money,
Right.
being an asshole. So.
Don't even start with that.
But I mean, I wouldn't give neither one of them no money. Like, so
Right. That's
I don't be
that's
caring
the
who
bottom
be
line,
having
yeah.
it.
Oh, no doubt. But I mean, every time somebody do some like belligerent shit and they get a GoFundMe, people contribute to that shit. Because there's some belligerent ass people out here, man.
That take pleasure in that kind of fuck shit.
I mean, I'm all
People
for
marry serial killers.
the power of our people, but I don't think driving through parades is the way you get justice for the injustice done to
No.
our people.
No.
Like,
No.
that ain't the way you
No,
do it.
That's not how you do it.
He
Right.
had
I'm with you.
like he was in a mental hospital when he was a kid or something. He had some issues going on, but they should have had kept him when he ran over the other girl. Right.
Right.
You know, he raped a girl too. Like you
Yeah,
said, he
he's
raped
a
a
wild
teenage
boy.
girl
Oh,
and
wow,
got her
really?
pregnant. Yeah.
I didn't know this.
He has a
You're
whole
wild
life.
nigga,
The
man.
Like,
got
comment
long
that I'm
stories.
thinking, I'm gonna tell you offline. Because there's a comment that I have right along with why they didn't keep his ass. But that's our system.
I agree.
We all know it.
I know he got out for $1,000 for hitting his
Exactly.
girlfriend. I remember that number stick in my head.
Yeah.
$1,000
Yeah.
bail. 1,000. And they probably got to
That's
go for me
crazy.
for that
Hella
shit.
low.
I agree.
That's crazy.
All right, man. I want to, before we move on, let's do a rest in peace to Malika Shabazz,
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
man.
Malcolm X's daughter, the late Malcolm X's daughter. Late daughter.
Condolences to the Shabazz family.
Yes. And I was gonna say the late Betty Shabazz.
Yeah.
She did her thing too. So I think it's sad. Like, I know they haven't said, how she went or why or anything, but it's just like, those kids went through a lot,
Right.
so it's just like that's a hit. And especially when it's so close to the holidays, you just be like, damn.
Right. Yeah. We don't know what happened.
Just rest easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Rest easy. Condolences to the family and the friends, and anybody that felt attached to that situation. Right? All right. Interesting story. Let's get into it. Christopher Rufo, Christopher F. Rufo.
That clown. You got to go get the clown's name right.
Yeah. Let me. Christopher F. Rufo. All right. This gentleman, young man, older, I don't know. He has been the catalyst in the whole anti-critical race theory movement. The whole this whole framing of it as a negative thing, and what's being presented as not just being the history of this country, but some reimagining of them being somebody being demonized, going all of this, just this whole framing, everything that's going for all the little tidbits that they've been chipping away at it. This is the guy that's pretty much behind that theory. All right. Here's a series. I got a series of posts from him. I'm gonna read right quick. Right.
While you're looking it up, can I say he has a face that only a mother could love?
That's what I was trying to find a picture.
All right. Okay. Because everybody's familiar with critical race theory and this whole theory of critical race theory, right? As far as just the reimagining right now, whitewashing of our history going on. All right. They said the goal is to have the public read something crazy in the newspaper and immediately think critical race theory. We have decodified the term and we'll recodify it to annex the entire range of cultural constructions that are unpopular with Americans. We have successfully frozen their brand, critical race theory, into the public conversation and are steadily driving up negative perceptions. We will eventually turn it toxic as we put all of the various cultural insanities under that brand category. Someone spoke with him. He was replying to them that I agree with you. The activists are realizing that their ideas, once put into practice, are generating discontent. Their racial coalition is also breaking apart. Asian Americans in particular are revolting against CRT, which punishes them more than any other group. We also the phrase from the quote from Joseph Goebbels. I'm sure everyone's heard. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. All
Right.
So, one more thing. It's been defined. Who is this actually that's defining it? It's a lot of fucking quotes here. But all right. But in general, you know what I'm saying? This guy has been the whole purpose has been just to misinform people and misguide the whole thinking of this. I don't know how you feel about,
It's working.
Concept.
It is working because when they interview people who be at all these different school board meetings, first of all, I don't know about nobody else, but when I was coming up, school board meetings were not the thing. They did not make the news every other day. Parents didn't just show up like they didn't have jobs. Like, literally, they get it popping now at these school board meetings with people who are like, I don't want my kid to be taught to be ashamed of themselves. And then when you ask them what's critical race theory, like, I kid you not, I saw this interview where the guy was like, I don't know what it is, but I don't like it.
See, that's the thing. That's interesting with this, right? This is right here. This is not being like one side misinforming the other side.
Right.
This is one side misinforming their side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
On
They're
purpose.
pretty much just fucking misguiding and their people in order to think to shit and just to have people confused and to fucking send it up, to put it, I don't know.
Like, for our listeners, if they are not getting where that's going, like, all you gotta do is look at Texas. Texas literally put in a law where you can't only tell one side of the story. So basically, if you say like the Ku Klux Klan was not a good thing, you also have to say what was good about them. as if there's a good side to them. If you talk about slavery, you can't just say like slavery was a negative. You got to give a positive to it. Then they took out like the Martin Luther King speeches. You can't have those books in the library no more. Like they took out Susan B. And like they literally have taken out like shit that you're just like, what the fuck does that, like he said, they putting everything under this umbrella so that you can whitewash the history more than what it already was.
Everybody know you changed the history. That's powerful. And no offense to people down there, but Texas is weird. Fuck Texas.
Texas is weird.
But now all the, you guys remember though, with it being one of the biggest states, and especially they run shit in the South. If them or Florida make a move, it makes it so much easier for all them other states that don't nobody give a damn about to make that same move. And that's crazy.
I know Texas is a big fish. But
Yeah.
it's weird. And I would never consider living there, let alone visiting.
It's
just
crazy.
me.
I've been there.
It's been different.
Yeah, for me too.
Yeah, not in a good way.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
But for teaching, it makes it bad because now you have teachers that are scared to teach because they're like literally saying, if you teach CRT, you don't have a job no more. And then the shit they be teaching be stuff like Rosa Parks didn't give up her seat. And they're like, oh, that's CRT. Nope.
Right.
Just know, man. You've been led astray.
Very. And they don't care to know though. They rather just get upset. And like I said, when you ask them, well, what is it that you're mad about? Because you're making my child be ashamed. And it's like, of what? We're talking about history.
All he's doing is using psychology against you people.
Exactly.
And it's working. It's working.
And it's working in other states because I kind of looked it up earlier. Indiana teacher who exposed CRT teaching put on leave, has email log banned from schools. Let's see.
A principal lost his job.
Email and Google Drive accounts and been told to work from home because he is causing other staff members anxiety.
Because they're trying to teach the truth.
Yep.
This is
That shit's
Minneapolis
crazy.
Public schools.
This is, man, I'm telling you, that movie that from that book. What was that book?
Which one? Get out.
Fahrenheit. The Fahrenheit.
Oh. 51 or 41 or something like
I
that.
haven't seen that.
It was the book.
I read the book.
Huh?
Fahrenheit 9/11?
No. It was a movie they did on HBO. Michael B. Jordan played in, but it was based on a book. And it was the way it just got to a point where people were so misinformed and then they were prevented to read in order to get real information.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that they're just taking information away,
It's crazy. But those are the times
like
we're
they're
living in.
literally taking people's jobs for teaching
Yep.
when they're,
And then because of all the threats and stuff, for getting back to them school boards, you have people who were on them school boards who actually know about education, who are like this one lady, I cannot lie. It was funny, even though it's not funny. She's an old retired educator in Florida that sat on the school board. She was basically like, I ain't got time for this shit. Y'all calling my house. Y'all threatening my husband. Hell no, I ain't running again. Like, y'all can have the seat. But that's the fear, is that all those people start going, they don't have time for this. They'll leave so then they can put those misinformed people on the boards to be making those decisions even easier.
You can teach these things without making the people that are learning it feel like they're the ones that did it.
Right.
Ain't that how it's been?
But only so much.
Exactly.
Look, even then, only so much has been presented. It's,
Right.
We know now how much has not been shown. But it's ways to do that because all the philosophy is you're gonna make them feel a certain way. Why they gotta feel a certain way?
But here's the thing: CRT is only taught on the graduate level. It's not
that.
even
Yeah.
taught
I
on the little
understand
one.
that.
So these people are going through these shit.
So these people should be
fits for
critically
nothing.
thinking already.
Right? Like what the hell?
Right.
And then if we take it on the education side, my issue was listening to some of these parents. It's so you don't want your kids to critically think. So what are we teaching them to do in school if you don't want them, like they literally don't want you to go, this is what happened in history. What do you think about that? Like that's all critical thinking is. And like you literally don't want your kid to think. You just want them to believe that, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue, came over with the pilgrims and the Indians got together, and we lived happily ever after.
I think it's deeper and more sinister. You can't fucking tell the story. There's nowhere for these kids to ever empathize with what happened to other people. So
Exactly.
they'll
Right.
never have empathy and everything.
I agree.
That's
Right.
wrong. It's deeper than fucking the truth. I don't want you to feel. That way you can never be an ally because you don't know what happened and don't give a fuck because you was taught not
and
to.
that creates a lack of empathy.
A lack of empathy.
Right.
That's the plot. And that's what I think it is. That's the
look,
for me.
you see, look, I see right now, you see ideas been introduced right now, just in general, that have been introduced over history and throughout, all this communism, socialism, all these different things. And people are revisiting these things because they aren't even educated in what happened last time these things were entertained, right? And so they think, it's like some of these lessons have been learned already, but if you shut them out from learning those lessons, then they're bound to repeat
1,000%
those mistakes.
Which it feels like we're doing a lot of now.
We see a lot of that happening right now.
Yeah. Well, it's like, damn.
Just in the turning of the thinking, because they're not being educated on all these things that happen. And so,
And then a lot of it, I think, has to do with, the backwards thinkers and the more progressive thinkers as far as, like, righting the wrongs. Like, the family, the Bruces be, okay, we did you wrong, let's give you back your property. And then even like with Columbus Day, they've changed that to Indigenous Peoples Day and no longer recognize, okay, well, I guess Columbus really didn't discover America. There's some other people who actually did. So they're taking away, what the known history is.
Well, see, that's the trick, and not to get too heavy off into this. And I don't think, like we spoke before, a lot of people don't have an issue with equality as long as they don't got to lose none of their shit.
Right,
Exactly.
I agree.
The trick
that's a
that
fact.
politicians play on these people is making them feel like they're going to lose some shit in order for us to be all even Steven. That's the game. They don't give a fuck about these fucking Middle Americans or these people you would call rednecks. They don't give a fuck about them. They're just weaponizing them.
Yep,
That's
I
all
agree.
it is.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. They're making them think that they're losing their position in this whatever. Right? It's that, at least you're still white thing.
It's still divide and conquer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that, at least you're white. If you don't got nothing else going for you, that means something. Which it always
I'm
will.
saying, man, that Chris Rock joke, man, that shit still ring true, bro.
Yeah.
That shit still ring true. You heard that Chris Rock when he sat in the room, he said it was I think Bigger and Blacker. And when he said, now one of you white people in here would change places with me.
Oh, no, yeah.
She said, and I'm rich.
Yep.
Right.
He said, they said, I'm going to just ride this white thing out. Right? And they was saying something to work out.
But for some of them, they
true.
lived that because that one of that dumb chicks that stormed the Capitol, she was like, "Dude, I'm not going to jail. I'm white and I'm blind." Like the
that's why
fuck.
fucking fell off.
She got
Went to
about
jail.
3.5 too.
She sure
Now,
did.
now she watching YouTube videos trying to figure out what God is like.
But she's still only doing some days, so in a way, she was right. Like if we really look at it, if anybody else would have did that shit, we would not be sitting here watching them go, "Oh, you got community service."
I hate that point because everybody knows that.
Right, but I'm saying it's just the truth.
It's like when you got siblings and you got called, he did it. Like we know this shit. Like we recognize.
But that's part of with the thing with the critical race thing is showing that, and that's why honestly, even though I know it's on the graduate level, I think that's some shit that needs to be talked about a little bit earlier. That a lot of these systems are the way that they are. And that's why things are turning out that way. So maybe then people will want to make those changes.
I don't think they ever want to make them. Power don't give
I
up
don't
power.
know what.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever
But
going to
we're
make it to
talking
the
about a whole
classroom.
younger generation who is starting to look at things a lot
They are
differently.
starting, they
And if we go
do,
back
but
in words in teaching, then we're going to have basically people's great grandmamas all over again at the age of 5.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Because then you do have a different generation of kids. I will give them that. I don't understand them all the time. But for some of them, they are sitting there going, okay, make this make sense to me.
Yeah, but then you still got the sound on the flip side, not to be Debbie or Darnell Downer. You got the motherfuckers running across states with assault weapons too, young generation.
You do. I understand.
That are just as passionate about the shit they think they own
I
as
understand.
the other progressive kids that we're rooting for. It's I hate to say it, but I just think it's a power dynamic that is unbreakable in the whole grand scheme of things. I just believe it's perfect in its design and how it works. That's just me. I don't believe it'll be hopeless over it, but it just seems to be a fucking perfect system. It always fucking repairs itself and comes back stronger. You know what I mean? So that's just me. But live your life and be fruitful and multiply and shit.
Some people don't need to be fruitful and multiply.
Some people don't.
Do not.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Pull out.
Right.
Be really skillful at pulling out.
Yeah.
Pull out game.
Man.
Be really skillful.
Or practice abstinence.
That movie was Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah.
Stand over. Make sure you hit this up on that.
Exactly.
But
It was an interesting movie too. If anybody ever seen that,
I haven't seen the movie, but I read the book, and I think it was an older version of that movie that came out when I was taking the class where you had to read the book and watch the movie. So it was like,
it's high teched out now. Yes,
I bet. But that was a pretty interesting one to me.
Yes, I mean, in the view of how Cash, I know Cash like dystopian. Like
that's my shit.
Where it's going type movies.
We're headed there.
It's one of those, and it's like it could be the near future. It could be the near future, man. It's some of this stuff is scary.
I love those movies because it's the truth, bro.
Yeah, it's like a preview.
At the end of the day, the motherfucker say get out and lay down, nigga, and put the screws to everybody the right way. You have a few ambitious people that's gonna die for it. Then you have the rest of these motherfuckers that's gonna go there and get down and do what they gotta do. That's just that's power. That's saying everything can be turned against you. Your love for your dog, your kids. Oh, you ain't gonna do it. I bet you gonna do it. You know what I mean? And that's why those movies are so fucking good, because they always cover the bases. Like, oh, you ain't? Okay. Katniss, you better volunteer for your little ass sister. Right. She a punk. She ain't gonna make it. You got a couple of skills. You might be all right. You better step in the line. Because we had Taker. Little Rue, how old was Rue? 12?
Very small.
I cried like a motherfucker. Don't laugh at me.
Yeah, man. That was heartbreaking.
Cannon went off, seen her little hair, like, oh, shit.
Had her all with the flowers.
Oh, man, shit.
That broke my heart.
That was Hunger Games, right?
Yeah, District 13, Rue, nigga.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here like I don't have a clue what the fuck y'all talking about because I did not see.
Lenny Kravitz was in that
I never wanted.
Sure was.
First of all, let me tell you something.
Stylist.
That just was not the movie I wanted. The show I wanted to see.
It was very good.
Movie, show, whatever.
I watch them all. Maze Runner, you want to talk about? I'll tell you all of them. I watch them all.
Yeah, you be on them.
I love them.
I'm good.
I just want to see what my fucking future gonna look like. See what kind of job I can get. See what side I want to be on.
Yeah, for real, huh?
I want to be a stormtrooper or a person. Like, I'm trying to figure out my options in this shit.
I haven't watched any, but just from like talk from among people when they're talking about it, and all of this Walking Dead, like how am I gonna survive this and that?
That's my shit.
Like I didn't know what my future looked like. What position am I gonna take? It just puts you in the mind. Like I'm waiting for our real day purge. Like 2 years ago, or
I'm cool.
3 years ago,
right?
No, I'm cool too. But 3 years ago, you could have told me, listen, you want to bet $1 million if there's gonna be a pandemic and like everything.
Right, yeah.
I would have never made that bet.
Right.
But now, like after seeing the purge and living my life and seeing the transition from where we were, like in the 80s to now, like I can see the purge like really come.
I can admit.
Like circle going on, right storm. So I need to know how to get out of this. So I watch all the purge.
We're not going to show you how to get out of it.
Me and Jay talk, and we always talk about how people be jumping out the window, and a lot of this shit is just history, doing what they do. But I fucking will admit that this too, the Trump pandemic, storm of the Capitol shit, that little stretch, that was a run.
It was a little crazy.
That was a fucking run. That was like a 3P of some crazy ass shit. Right. And I don't know if any history had that kind of.
Right.
Well, the pandemic was a special twist, but I mean,
it was the
now you say we talk all the time. I say what I say about it, like a lot of this stuff, even with the politically, because the pandemic is its own thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
It's its own thing. But a lot of this stuff politically, man, I just feel like this is in general a young country, and a lot of this turmoil that you see in other countries, we have never had here.
It's just about time. Yeah,
we've never had that here. You see other countries, they go through things. You go through uprising, they go through different fucking regimes as far as even how for between authoritarian regimes and all these different type of things in other countries. We've never had that here, and I just think it might be our time to endure some of the. Huh?
It's not like they've never warred with each other.
that was early. That was still very early on, and that was how this country was built. That's how this country. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just, I think we're just becoming more a part of the world.
Right.
I'm just saying what I think is going on.
Right. I'm not saying you wrong. I have this fear that's probably, it's just me. It's just like how we talk about history repeating itself. When I sit and I really think of what that was like then, just reading and seeing stuff, I'm like, that's not some shit I want to live through again. So when I hear people talk about
stuff is going on, that's stuff that's going on now.
Right, and some people are wanting this. Like, they're wanting all this conflict so that we can have another one of those. I'm like, why would y'all want to live through that shit?
No doubt. And not necessarily even a civil war. But people aren't satisfied with what the government are doing, and they're speaking out about it. You know what I'm saying?
As they should.
A lot of people romanticize these ideas.
We've had the levels that we had. We had civil rights movements and stuff, but it's never been where people were just this up in arms about what the government were doing for whatever reason.
Like the government almost
this shit happens all over the world.
Like it does.
All over the world. If you look at Australia right now,
Right.
Australia is fucking marching and shit. They having vaccine mandate fucking marches every fucking day in the streets right now. It's cracking in Australia right now.
And I see what you're saying, like, on the bigger picture, like when the European dollar busted and these countries wanted to break away from the Union and certain things.
We as the U.S. only look at the U.S. like us.
Exactly. Yeah. We have those problems, like where our dollar we woke up one morning and our money don't work. Like we haven't experienced those type of things. We don't go outside, walk into school. Right. But he's saying, like,
it may be our time.
That shit is just real life for the rest of the world.
For me, I'm saying that scares me. When we talk about the fact we haven't gone through what other countries have gone through, and we could be on the brink of that shit, it don't excite me. I mean, Lord, not saying I want to go no time soon, but I'm just saying it don't excite me to get up in the morning to go, what the fuck now? Like, that just...
Right, and I mean, this don't necessarily mean that you gotta be going to war and shit.
But the thing is, you're only comfortable till you not, and everything changes. Nothing is fucking permanent. Russia took a whole country in Crimea, just took it, annexed it. We're taking this shit. And that shit happened. A whole government came in, and like you said, we're a young nation. Coups happen, governments are toppled. Our ideology is on
every empire is falling.
Because it's perfect to us, but Rome fell. You know what I mean? So it's only a matter, it might not be your lifetime, your baby's lifetime, your baby's lifetime.
Right.
But eventually,
I just think that this is what we're seeing. Is that in whatever form that it's in now? I think that what we're seeing is that, and it, as it progresses, and we don't. That was some shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying but like I said, you see that kind of shit
is
all the time
because the hypothetical white man's whole world is on the brink to them. And that's what you see in all this aggression about.
They're being told on their channels, hey man, they coming to take all your shit.
Yep.
They're outnumbering you. Yep. They're coming to take all your jobs.
And by I forget what year 20-something, they're going to be the minority.
That is literally what they're telling them. They have like for instance Fox. They got Newsmax. They got all those more extreme channels. But a motherfucker like Tucker Carlson is literally
every day.
He's not a news person. He's just an opinion person on a news channel, but it's still presented. But he's presented to a generation that looks at news
as information,
information,
credible
right? And so he's on there just spewing shit. He just be getting wild shit off. He don't even believe half the shit he's saying, but he know who's talking to him. He know that it's extreme. He's just getting shit off, and he's talking out the side of his neck, and these people are listening to it. They believe it, and then it gets into their thinking, and like you said, now they thinking that the country has been taken from them, and they mad, and that's why they fucking all get up, and they get hype each other up, and they put on fucking horns.
A country that never belonged to them to begin with,
right?
But we won't go there.
Yeah.
And what you were saying about the Roman Empire is crazy. So throughout my travels to different countries, I remember being in Turkey. You got this Christian/Muslim country, and I'm at the mosque, and then they're talking about, oh yeah, these doors right here, the Roman Empire. This every country I've been to, with the exception of my history tour in Hungary, like that's the only place I've never heard about the influence of like the Roman Empire. And so you put it together like, the Roman Empire ran the world, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And picture with all these countries, the United States is the power hitter, and I'm just thinking, like, oh, the
Roman Empire,
like something that we might be.
And right now, like we're still the strongest military power.
That's right. That's all it is.
Right now.
Roman Empire ran in the temples and burned history, so they made them look like the winners. That's what the whole critical race theory thing is. It's the same thing. Yeah, everybody say 300. Xerxes, big threat. I'm going to erase you from history. I'm going to erase you. I know you didn't. I'm going to erase you from history. That's what they're doing now. They just, like you said, these are old ideas being recycled, revamped, retooled, and put out.
Repackaged.
Because people are more receptive.
Or ideas from those philosophies and those ideologies that are being.
And the bad part, the smart people, the so-called smart people were too arrogant that like none of this shit ever gonna work. Now they're chasing it. Instead of being in front of it, they would now this cool. And now they chasing the telling this shit.
Yeah, now they sitting
and
there
they're
like,
not gonna catch it.
Yeah.
We seen the Capitol. Y'all gotta understand. Listen. My thing is this: if they let them do that, you think if a motherfucker, enough of them motherfuckers just got in their trucks and drove through Compton, they gonna stop them? They not.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? That was the Capitol. What the fuck they care about us here for?
Yeah, but
I mean, they get messy, of course, but I'm just saying, idea wise, if they let them do that to the shit they love, and they love that shit, imagine what's in store for us. And I'm also saying this is the remote.
I mean, it's a lot though. I mean, with that. They heard the threat, but they didn't understand the threat.
They didn't
understand the threat. They were overwhelmed.
Yeah,
they were overwhelmed.
Because they didn't.
And then they had a dumbass commander in chief who made it difficult in order to
get a hold of
quell it quickly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't able to quell it quickly. They had to go through more resources, and so it got out of hand.
Speaking to that shit, it's hard not to listen, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like he's their president too.
All he does is fucking gaslight shit and instigate.
Exactly. That's it.
Every moment, any moment he takes to take the high road, he does not take the high road.
Ever.
Bro,
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody told me that dude was the devil, I probably might believe it.
Yes, man, I would definitely.
I mean, just speak like I said, every single opportunity to take the high road, his ego will not let him no way, no how.
Not gonna do it. You choke on that shit and die first.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why it was so fucking funny. And I tell people they get mad at me, but I'm telling you, I never laughed so hard. That nigga was funny to me. It was dangerous, but he was just funny.
When he got COVID?
This is ignorance. Just the way
in general.
Like you see this nigga come out like you seen everybody else come up. As soon as he up in his mouth, he's like, yeah, this is different.
Right.
This nigga at Puerto Rico and throwing napkins at niggas that's wet.
Right.
Paper towels. I was like, oh, this
is wild.
Yes.
You know what?
Like, fuck y'all. Here.
I'm not going to age myself,
Right.
but we've had a few people where, when I couldn't vote, that would get into some position where I'm just like, how the fuck y'all do that? But I wasn't mad. You like life go on. But when they put this motherfucker in office, I ain't never been so mad. I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Were y'all just bored with life to say, hey, let's put him in office and see what the fuck can happen? And so as shit was happening, I'm like, what you expect?
That was the combination of ignorance, people not being like people getting riled up, and then celebrity culture, all like
and that's
celebrity culture for sure.
Because just because I like you on TV, don't mean your ass should be president of the United States.
But people wasn't excited like he riled up white people like Obama riled up black people all the time before.
But in the wrong way. Yes, and that played a big factor in that.
That saw that black man sitting in that office. Yeah, them niggas took an oath like that. I could promise you, niggas, now you'll never see another one. I'll probably let fucking Biden die. I'm taking that shit right now.
Kamala was the president for a few hours.
She sure was.
All this unrest, I always said that was the Obama for them. It was like never again.
But then there was also the thing that he was running against a woman, and they didn't want to have a woman.
Because I look at some of this younger generation is more progressive. Of course, you got the ones that are out, but some of the older ones, some of them older ones that just have not let it go are dying out.
We believe that today. We always had these resets, and that's what kills me because I believe that with my whole heart too. But then we had these resets, right? And it's just a crazy game. But young people, do what you do. Fight the good fight. We all had to.
Man.
Or have to.
That's very true.
Yeah. It's only one fight, and that's the good one.
I ain't gonna let her hit her. I thought about it, but I wasn't gonna do it.
You know what? I'm okay.
That's why I leaned over. Come on now, peace treaty.
Water. All right, that shit was good. All right, let's see.
I love when we have these type of combos.
Check it out. Let's get on something. Rolling Loud raised the age requirement.
Thank you.
For their festival. Remember, we were saying people shouldn't be that young getting in the.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I mean, and again, this is no disrespect to any of the listeners who like to do that kind of shit with their kids. I just never felt like those were the type of, the things I could see. We was like, okay, so I will age
artists
myself.
be being real adult at them festivals.
Right. If it was like a more age appropriate thing, like when people used to go to the immature concerts, you took your kid because that was for them.
Millennial
but
tour
I just can't see. I just can't see myself taking a child under 18. That's just me.
The millennial tour is not for children, right?
Anymore, but it used to be.
The first
okay.
one.
When Lil Bow Wow was really little.
Yes, they are. But I had taken my kids to that first one, and they were
I was thinking. I'm talking about the one that just going. I'm like,
we're talking about when it used to be like for you to go to age appropriate shit is what I'm saying. I would have never took them to no shit like that to begin with.
I'm gonna just say, personally, I think it's a good idea for the safety, but that's why, like, our kids ain't created the same. Some kids can handle it. You know what I mean? Some kids are exposed or fucking.
That's true.
No, but it's the adults' recklessness.
No, but I'm just saying, like, some kids, are raised in a way where that shit ain't what it is to another kid that's gonna giggle and blush when they see Rihanna titty pop out. You know what I mean? It's a
no doubt, but it's a lot of, but it's a lot of adult activities going on in that.
I understand it, but like I said, we ain't all created equal. You know what I mean? But for safety concerns, kids aren't as fucking receptive. They're not as fast. They're not as fucking. The reflexes ain't well. So for safety, they shouldn't be in no shit like that. And I'm not gonna argue that they should be at no fucking orgy type festivals anyway.
At all.
But I'm just not gonna say because they're fucking children, because they're not all the same. Some adults should be there. You know what I mean?
The amen to that too.
But for safety, you gotta. After afterwards, you knew something big. Was gonna be changes
you know some kind of change.
Yeah, it has to.
I'm surprised that this is the only change I've heard announced.
So far, I believe it's more. I believe there's more to come.
Yeah, it has to be.
At least on the surface, and the sad part is they'll buffer it for a while, then it'll go back to the next if something happens. But that shit was so wild that I'm glad they try to be proactive. Seeing how we missed a year at live entertainment and all that, they're not trying to lose the bag.
Right.
And the thing is, even sometimes, it's money motivated, it still get good results because they're not trying to lose this money.
They're not.
You notice with everything, they did everything to keep everything open. Like, fuck it, you can't get in there without this or this, but they're not trying to lose this money. It was a big hit. They said some of them lawsuits can fall off too.
Of course.
You think so?
That's what they're saying. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think they can stick the artist.
That's how I feel too. Like, how is the artist?
Yes, Drake, no. Because that wasn't Drake.
That's what I say. Drake was an artist I was performing. Travis, this was his festival.
Yep.
Like, at some point, the liability comes to him. Like, because regardless, he's hiring every level, or his company is hiring every level of what's going on. They're hiring the booking company.
Culpability, I guess,
they're hiring the booking company. They're hiring the, So this is all business.
Right.
When we talk about the culpability, this is not personal. But everything falls at some point is going to get to him.
I can't quote it, but I read some shit that a lot of this shit is gonna come out in the wash. But I mean,
regardless, it's going to be a settlement. No, he's not giving up $2 billion.
Right. No. But does this change things for artists now? Are they going to be more like?
Well, what they've been saying is at the Day and Night Fest, every artist is stopping like every 15 minutes. Everybody all right?
Right.
Yeah. You saw Tiana Taylor. She was like, "Nah, get her, bring her where there's a chair. Help her out."
They mad because Lil Uzi said, "Fuck that, nigga. We turning up, nigga. I'm not doing that shit. We about to do my show how we do my show." And everybody, all the artists are stopping.
They're putting more spotters in the crowd and more water misters. They have to.
But like we said, part of that was the venue was over capacity anyway.
And niggas overrented. But I still don't know how niggas do the drug security guards and shit. Needles and syringe. That shit is wild. That's wild.
It was.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh man. All right. Y'all been seeing 50 new campaign?
Yeah. With Lil Meech and.
You been seeing it? He's back in his bag.
Yeah.
He's back in his bag. You ever been seeing this little campaign? What he's been doing?
I haven't seen it.
What he's been doing is playing the stars of his shows
Against each other.
You know, he's pumping. This BMF season finale was last week. The
Premiere.
Power Book 2, did it premiere last week?
Yeah.
Or does
Yes.
it come in this week?
Nah,
I think it was last week.
It was last
Right
week.
after.
So the
Yeah.
shows, he overlaps the shows. When one is ending, one is starting. And so what he's been doing is placing the stars against each other.
Tight.
Lil Meech and, little guy,
Yeah,
Ghost
Tariq.
Jr.
Tariq, Lil Ghost. Yeah.
I just don't know. I just don't watch enough TV, but I know he's a fucking genius. I know.
This has been like more social media.
I know this is. I look at his charts, and most of his shows is charting high.
No, he's doing well, but I don't think this shit is doing nothing for he's doing this. This is right here. I don't think no one believes this
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
Like, he's shooting in the wind on this right here. The shows are going to do what they do. They're both popular.
It's true.
Right.
But
But what?
I just hope it stays like a gimmick. Because sometimes somebody say the wrong thing.
And them niggas
and
always-
then that play beef turn into real beefs. Like, it does happen though.
That does
It
happen.
does happen.
And that's
It
why
does
I'm
happen.
like, I wanted to just stay what it was.
I wanted to poo-poo it, but it does happen.
It
I hope they
does,
not
but-
stupid enough to fall into that.
Yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
just
feel. Does
saying.
it feel that serious like that to you, or it feels more like funny to me?
Nah, but like she said, somebody say
Yeah.
one thing smart that somebody feel like, oh, that was a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It
No,
is
not
a
even
whole
that.
different
Just
thing.
like people be getting their little things off, and somebody feel like, oh, now that was a personal.
Right.
And then you never know when somebody getting their feelings. You never know how somebody gonna feel or react when something happens.
Why I thought the whole thing was stupid to start.
Enough laughing emojis
Hey,
to get a nigga heart.
or the right. She was like, well, so what did it mean by that?
And next thing you know, nigga get shot on the red carpet.
Right.
For real though. Like that's why I'm like, I thought it was stupid to begin with. I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay.
Hey, so
whatever.
look, the first season is over. You can binge watch it, my guy. You can knock it all the way down.
And I said I ain't got that motherfucking fire stick to cooperate. I'm still working on my fucking star shit.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'm sad about it. Like this was a show I was enjoying, so now I have to wait
Yeah,
for the next
season's over.
fucking season.
That's what happens
Like,
with television.
I know, but you know what? Again, I will age myself. I just feel like seasons used to be much longer than the shits
You
are
didn't
now.
feel like they were. They were.
Right, and that's what I miss. Like, you just be like, damn, like, we only getting 6 episodes. That's it. I gotta wait a whole nother year for another 6. It
Well,
ain't
those are
funny.
mini shows with the 6 episodes, but that was 10.
Well, even with the 10, like, episodes, like, literally, I told you guys, like, I like to watch old stuff, right? And so sometimes I'll be watching, like, A Different World, and I'll be feeling like, oh, am I in the season 3 now?
No,
and then
it's
you
first
look and you
season
like,
one.
season 2, episode 30. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it is
shit.
like that.
Well, a lot of those shows back then, the seasons used to go like 26 episodes.
Yeah.
Like
I need that again in my life. And that's with everything. That's with Chicago PD, which is my show. That's with, and it only got one black person for you, okay?
I'm gonna tell you what you need to do.
What?
Find more shows.
I watch a lot of shows.
No,
I do.
Then the time is going to get filled.
No, it
So you just go to the next show.
No, because I be mad.
I know what you're talking about. Now these shows on like the networks, they do these like winter breaks.
They look. What they do is they break now they break their 13 episode season into like 6.
Yeah. Like I can't stand it. I'm a mad
See you in
person.
2 months. Oh.
Like, what?
Yeah, I just caught back up on Godfather of Harlem.
Oh
I
yeah.
just caught back up on there.
I like that show.
I forgot it came back because it went off again in the middle.
Yeah.
I tried
Forrest
to watch
Whitaker.
that.
Forrest Whitaker playing Bumpy Johnson. It's dope.
Yeah, I saw like the first couple of episodes. It just didn't keep me right in there like that.
That's
I
just
don't
dope.
even lie no more. I don't even fucking try.
Yeah, I tried.
I like that show. I do.
I'm a binger. I'd rather binge now because
I mean, it's a few seasons of that, right?
Nah,
Two?
it's like second season. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I end up watching shit that I probably wouldn't watch any other time because the seasons are so short and like a lot of shows, play at the same time that it's kind of like once I get done with them and it's just like, okay, I want something new to watch. So I end up watching some shit that once it's over, I'd be like, why the fuck did I really just watch this?
That
Like,
happens sometimes.
Yeah.
no, that's what I'm saying. They need to make my show seasons longer.
you don't have to worry.
No, because if they do it, then the show is going to get diluted, and then it won't last as long.
No, I'm not going with you with that.
That's what happens.
Not going with you on that one. Forever.
The Simpsons is special. Most shows don't. Most shows don't last that long.
Man, look at here.
I don't understand how that's still hitting.
And they ain't
you can do anything in a cartoon. No one ages. The actors stay
That's the thing. That's the thing. The characters aren't renegotiating at the same rate because they don't have to as much.
Right.
They're just doing voice acting. Right.
True that.
It's different.
I want more than 10 episodes.
They don't have to do wardrobe.
Exactly.
True.
One orange dress.
Every once in a while they'll change it up. You know, she did something. She threw on something different. Same, you know, it makes it loosey. That's why animation is like that. But animation takes a long time usually.
You know what? I had a hater moment the other day because you know how we was just talking about the whole the Alexa thing, right?
Right.
So I like to go to sleep with the TV on, but I usually go to sleep to something I don't mind falling asleep to. So I got Disney Plus, right? So I said, Alexa, turn on DuckTales.
Ooh.
Man, y'all, Alexa went to whatever this last little thing that they didn't, put for the kids. I was like, that is not fucking DuckTales. I want DuckTales from the 80s. Like, this ain't gonna work. Yeah. I'm like, what is this shit?
That's a new version.
Right. And that's why when she brought up The Simpsons, it made me laugh because really you only see one little change in The Simpsons from when they first started, the way the animation was, and then they got something like in the 90s that ain't never changed. Bart still looked the same as this, but now with all of our old cartoons, they trying to Alvin and the Chipmunks don't even look like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like, what the hell?
That's because they using new styles. New
I ain't with it.
Art styles.
Keep it the same.
No, I can't do that.
Yes.
It looks old to the young kids.
That's okay.
Start fucking with the cereal.
No.
Yes, it is.
They be like, man, get this old shit out of
They
here.
do. They are like.
That's
No,
why
but
they
the
can
old
even call
show-
it that.
the
They
old
can just call
episode-
it Alvin.
Yeah, don't watch Alvin. Watch Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Right, they said fuck them.
Yeah. The Chipmunks ain't shit.
Don't do that. Cause I what was his name? The little punchy one.
You don't even know his name, Theodore.
Yes. I knew the
Did
song
nobody come to see you, Theodore?
and I knew the
She like, don't do them like that. What's his name?
Right.
I was thinking about Britney and them for a second. That's why. The Chipettes.
Oh, see, that's what you was on. You were on the Chipettes.
I like them.
You would have been like Simon and Theodore.
I
No, you
did. Theodore's was so
You didn't remember his
sweet.
name?
Shut up. It would have came to me.
You didn't remember
Just
her
like
name.
Simon, because he's a little smart one.
I just said that. She didn't know Simon name either.
You know what? Whatever. If I would have sang the song, I would have known it.
I don't think so. All right, let's see. The Department of Defense announces the Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group, more commonly known as the UFO Task Force.
So is this like the
Aliens
space
next year.
one too?
Aliens next year. Next year we get them.
Yeah. We got
So
them.
this is like the space
I'm talking
task
about
force.
we getting them next year.
Yeah.
But what is the difference between them and the space task force that was started under the orange guy?
The Space Force is
Yes.
space. This is like
Yeah.
doing stuff that's like a space defense. This is like UFO specifically stuff that you can't identify. That's like building. Space Force is like building stations and stuff,
In space.
Yes. Colonizing.
Okay, let me tell you something. I know this is probably going a different route, but I'm pissed.
Avengers
because
for 5 years.
I'm pissed. Because if they could find the money to do this shit, but you nickel and dime the shit we actually need, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
You don't realize that it's stuff about the world they ain't even telling you, and now they start.
And that's
Exactly,
fine, but
that's
you
it right
can
there.
find the money to budget that shit, and then you over there nickel and diming the other shit.
you're
I
not
got a problem with
You're
it.
not hearing.
I'm hearing you. I am hearing you.
They may know something is coming. Yeah.
Man,
Man in Black.
I'm sticking with what I just said. That shit just pissed me off. You just made me unhappy.
Is my guy from Tesla involved with this? Is Elon Musk? I mean, that sounds like something he would be into. Like, oh,
This is the government.
With
This
your
is the U.S.
UFO.
Defense.
with your UFO.
Huh?
I just feel like Elon Musk could be behind part of this UFO task force.
Well,
Oh, you got something from
he did get his suits for his people designed by the same people that did think it was the Avengers costume for his space flight. So he might be behind some of this shit because he likes it for fun.
Yeah, it just sounds like really like.
I already refer to them as supervillains.
I seen a comedian, I forgot her name, say that nigga just go to space on Tuesday. The space is a Sunday thing.
Oh, that was Sam J.
Yeah.
Sam J. She said, I always thought that you had to go to space. She said, this nigga just
I thought NASA was the space niggas.
She said, this nigga just be going to space on a Sunday.
And the go-kart he built.
Yeah, Sam J is funny.
Yes, sir.
You seen her show? She got a little show.
I've heard only the clips in the car. I ain't watched it.
Oh, that's the stand-up.
Yes, sir.
But she has she did a little HBO show.
Okay,
like
well, she got a
episodes,
Netflix one too, obviously, because that's where I heard it.
Yes,
but she's funny.
Yes.
I heard different clips, and she's funny.
She's funny. I love stand-up.
But I agree. I think Aliens next year, they can just reveal them.
You guys love stand-up comedy?
I do.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh.
Certain ones. Certain ones.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? Whatever.
Hey, look, I didn't even say that. I was just going to say.
No, I'm saying, you know what? I'm still one of those people who used to enjoy like the Def Comedy Jams and stuff and watching the different people. So I'm not saying like I won't give like new people a shot. There's some people I've come across on like the Netflix specials where they'll have a variety of people, but not everybody is funny. So that's why I said certain ones.
Oh, okay.
Like I have a potty mouth when it comes to stand up. Like you could be funny without like, say for instance, like you know the whole Eddie Murphy and every MF this, FF, MF. Like, okay, that's cool, but I don't.
Yeah, I never really thought he was all that.
I don't care how you're funny if you're funny.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy his stand-up.
If you're a master at your approach and it works, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care how you're funny.
I feel the same.
I only don't care. Only time that kind of shit bothers me when you're not funny.
Right.
That's when it bothers me.
It is irritating if you're not funny.
If you're doing all that
It's
that's all just
cringy.
extra. No.
Yeah.
I don't care how you're funny. You can be clean. You can be a family comedian. You can be a vulgar comedian. You can be some comedians are a little overly
Props.
I mean, just even harsh. You know what I'm saying? I can, all that.
Same.
If you're funny.
Right.
If you're not funny and if they're not hitting, then that's not hitting.
Then you just up there being an ass.
Exactly.
Honestly, I hear a lot of guys say they don't like women comedians. I like women comedians.
I
if you're
love
funny.
women comedians.
I hear a lot of dudes say
Some women
that.
are like fucking
That kind of be
hilarious.
bothering me, bro, when I'm hearing that.
But I'm just saying that what I've seen, I'm saying it's again what I feel in general. Not everybody is fucking funny, but there are some women who is just like, they are fucking hilarious.
I mean, I would feel women could connect with women a little differently. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that level. But I hear a lot of dudes like saying like, man, I don't think
close-minded, bro.
That's weird. That's just odd to me.
I believe with comedy is one of the things you really have to be able to fucking get perspectives to even enjoy it on a high level. And if you insecure on some shit, and if a joke might hit too close to home, you're not gonna enjoy it. And that you're not even gonna enjoy the experience. That's what I mean. So you gotta be kind of fucking developed as a human being.
I kind of turn all that shit off when I'm watching the comedian, bro.
You're developed. That's what I'm saying. You have to be developed as a person to even enjoy it. For instance, I do my little side hustle. Sometimes I'm listening to shit in the car. Some people, they offended. It might be a racist, a joke with a racial tone or a sexist tone, but they're offended. And I'm like, this is jokes. Like, how does that bother you?
Yeah, right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I call them underdeveloped. That's what I mean. It's my nice.
It's like when people watch a movie and then they expect things to be 100% how. I'm like, it's not going to be exactly how it would be. They're creating their own world. Within this movie, you know what I'm saying? This is its own world. This is not necessarily have to be a 100% representation of the world that you live in. That's not what this is. They so.
Tell them stupid motherfuckers say, when you see anybody stop and piss in the movie, enjoy the movie.
Right.
Oh wait, you said piss in the movie?
Or shit.
Somebody pissing Hawkeye the other day.
But
That movie,
I get your point.
Gosh, was there and that guy?
Hey, don't be technical. It's very rare. Don't squash my point.
It has to be part of the plot point.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's why
I didn't understand that movie.
It has to literally be like a bathroom scene.
right.
Then they use the bathroom in Coming to America.
They use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, most likely you don't see it a lot.
Right. No, and I get you. But that's also why I be pissed though sometimes when like, you know, they break the news and they be like, oh, so-and-so, they pissed off a whole community of people. And I'm like, shit, if you don't enjoy that person, then just don't fucking watch them. Like
Exactly.
they
We all have
literally
a
watch
choice.
a stand-up person just so they could go and complain about the shit you already knew they was gonna talk about. Like, it's like how we do the show, we talk about current shit. I'm expecting when a stand-up comedian gets up there and talks, they go talk about whatever is going on around them.
That's right.
If you don't enjoy them, then don't fucking watch them. It's real simple.
I've turned things off before that I didn't like. I mean, it didn't
Right.
offend me. I just said, oh, this is not my shit. Turn it
Right.
off.
It ain't for
Yeah.
me. How we talk about everything ain't for everybody. And
not.
it's cool. You just find you somebody who is for you.
I turn off all that and just take it in, you know what I'm saying, and whatever perspective they from. I didn't sit there and laughed at redneck white boy comedians, you know.
I have to, yeah.
And, you know, where it's like the
If it's
material.
funny, it's funny.
The material doesn't relate to me per se, but I can understand the perspective, and you know, I can picture where they're coming from. I don't understand how people aren't able to do that.
That's the blessing and not understanding them, because you're not one of them. How could you?
At all. Like I said, if it's somebody get up and they say some shit that, like you said, it's not funny. You just mean spirited and somebody laughed at your joke at home and you just thought, you know, this was the funny thing to do, then I just don't watch their asses. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, all you
They
gotta
don't
do
be
is
that
not
deep to
be
me.
funny. I turned it. That's it.
Yeah, so this is not funny.
Most likely, I'm not at your show, so
Right.
it's funny.
Right. Turn.
Next.
It's not like you at the comedy club.
Yeah.
I'm
and
not
you're like,
there.
oh.
I could tell
Yeah.
you 100% I'm not there. I'm gonna just turn it to a next day. Okay, next
Exactly.
special. Fuck this guy. You know, that's it. I'll tweet some shit to
Me
you
too.
too. Like,
Right.
this shit suck. Fuck your mom. You know?
Wait, fuck your mom?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm not writing
Poor
to that,
mom.
but I feel you.
Look, I've said some that Twitter stuff is.
Are y'all mean tweeters?
No.
No.
You know, I've been banned. I didn't calm down. I didn't lost pages. Good ones.
I haven't
I'm
been
not
mad,
I'm
but
peace and love.
I have crap talked, and I had some, you know, crazy stands come after me, and then I crap talk. And one time, I'll never forget the time like Jacob Lattimore came for me. He had this little song about the girls, like how he loved all the girls. And I just
I know that
tweeted-
song.
He
I
cute
just tweeted.
too.
Yeah, he real cute. I just tweeted.
He
you
can
know,
get it.
Wow, this little dude. I didn't even at him. I just mentioned his name. This little dude, Jacob Lattimore, got the young man's version of Lil Wayne's I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. He hit right back. Boom. No, it's not like that. I'm just trying to, you know, show that all young ladies are beautiful. And he came in the inbox. I was like, my show is here. You coming? Like, here's some tickets. I was like, what? You got some, you know, young nieces or something? Like, hey, okay. We went on to the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
My experiences
Dope.
are not that pleasant. I've been attacked by the rainbow people, the Barbs, and had me on the ropes all day. Hey, they're rough. That's all day fight.
I just avoid them in the beehive. I do not say nothing.
I ain't never tangled with the beehive. I learned after this. I've
I'm
always
part of the
said the beehive
You be
is much
sending the
more
bees?
powerful than the Barb. So I wouldn't want to tangle with the beehive after the Barb. After the Barbs, I was like, with
But
the
see, the barbs be
gays,
like talking crazy. The beehive just be sending bees.
Yeah.
with the gays, they were like, we was able to come to a truce and walked away friends. But with the fucking Barbs, they're just mean and they just don't stop, bro. My phone went dead off the notifications. That's how much
Yeah.
that's why I understand
They're
cyberbullying.
brutal.
You want to really enjoy your phone. That shit, I couldn't even turn the shit off fast enough. That shit was coming in
Yeah,
so
they was
fast.
hitting you.
It was
Exactly.
that's on me.
Like, I don't typically have that issue. I only find that I get caught up when people say like the stupidest shit, like that just will anger me, where I just have to be like, you know what? Let me tell you something. Before you talk, why don't you know what you're talking about? Like super woke black people, I get into arguments about, and then the backwards redneck people is who I get into it about. Like, because I just sometimes be like, you know, little things I can let pass. I'll be like, oh, you stupid. Oh, you stupid. But then you get to that where you be like, dude, are you really that fucking stupid?
Yep.
Like, and then that's when it goes
And
to
if
back
they're
and
not,
forth.
they were willing to act that stupid.
And, now
Right.
and I don't know how much y'all tweet, but this is funny how Twitter is now. Because now you'll do some shit and they be like, you sure you understand that shit?
They do. All of them do that. Yeah.
You sure you understand that shit? And I was like, nah, bitch, I'm a punk. I ain't gonna send that shit. Let me alter this shit a little bit.
That's
my
funny.
business tied to my account. So, I can't be fucking off. But it's a thing. They ask you now, like, hey.
They sure do.
Sure you want to do that, bruh? Because we have records of people getting suspended for less.
Exactly.
Your call.
Do it if you want to. Pull the trigger if you want.
I like that shit though. That's better than the edit button I wanted. I'll take that better.
Exactly.
'Cause I be tripping.
They don't have an edit button?
No.
No, that shit irritates me. You gotta like copy, paste, and then paste it back and then fix whatever you fucked up.
You gotta delete your shit and then redo
you gotta
it.
be very careful.
But that's the beauty of Twitter. It's supposed to just be your random. You don't supposed to be able to fix shit.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They won't do
it.
it. They would not give you an edit. But I didn't have Twitter get back to me. I had a tweet where I brought it up and got a gang of fucking traction. It's like, we ain't giving y'all that shit. This is the essence of Twitter.
It. Cause every once in a while I have a grammar issue where like I read my own shit and I be like, fuck.
It's a great tweet.
And then somebody done already liked it or commented.
So,
Like, but if I do it, then I gotta, but
You
it'll
lose all
bother
traction.
me.
Nope, let that shit fly.
Cause I
Once
talk
it
into
fly.
my phone and sometimes I hit send before I even realize that autocorrect changed
It's
my
that
shit. I'm
autocorrect.
like, right, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, somebody
That's
gonna
why
read
you
this and
go
be like,
in
shit,
there and you
graduate.
say, fuck, fix, no, fuck. Then you hold it down and then they know. I taught mine cuss words. So when I'm like, mama, that bitch, that's what it says.
No, me too.
You know what I mean? I taught
I
it.
did that too.
Yeah, I like to curse. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, and let me just throw out that little shout out to the time I was tweeting. I was like giving a little
Watch
praise
out
to
now.
Ava DuVernay, and she like hit me back. I was like, what? She read my tweet too?
Right. I've had some moments where I was like, oh, okay, shit is real.
Okay.
You can't even talk to me.
Shout out to DJ Pooh while we at it.
I
that's
haven't
what-
gotten it yet.
Anybody for you?
Actually,
Damn, my mother only left out one.
no. It's not that impressive. I mean, well, it kind of is. Lynn Whitfield. Yeah, man.
Oh, Thin Line?
Yeah, that's big for me.
That is me. What you mean?
I like
Like,
Lynn Whitfield.
she royalty.
Yeah.
Not me.
You haven't got nobody either?
Well,
Okay,
Tweet.
high
my
five
post
over
about
there.
her.
He don't tweet.
Because
She shared my post about her.
I haven't either, so. And it makes me sad.
Yeah,
Are you tweeting about people?
I do.
And like, do you hit them on the hashtag or the at?
Oh, that shit feels so thirsty to me. I can't be adding people.
It is thirsty.
But no, you're supposed to do like,
yeah.
especially like if I'm tweeting about a show,
But you're
then I do
supposed to.
at them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so-and-so at so-and-so was the bomb
I'll
on this
tweet the
episode,
show.
whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, I ain't never added none of them niggas. They just found me organically.
That feels like look at me. That's not
But
to me.
you're-
Yes, I
Hashtag
want
their
Little
name
Meech and all of them to look at me.
The tweet will be you'll talk about somebody and somebody that's responding to you will at that person, which is no fault of your own.
Yeah.
But they'll catch on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe something.
I've said some shit and nigga just jump back and like, what? Whoa. Like, oh shit. You ain't got nothing better to do? You know what I mean? Like, goddamn.
No, nigga.
You know what I mean? Like, okay.
I got time today.
That's how I be feeling when I get into it with people. I be like, nah, I got time today. Let me tell you how this gonna go. And I always love it when I'm not arguing with a bot, but I'm arguing with somebody that's like, shit, she know what she talking about. Like,
I ain't arguing enough to even start identifying
argue.
if you a bot or
I
not.
remember when I got into it with Talib Kweli, we became friends afterward, Twitter friends. But I was like, I would imagine you would have something better to do right now.
Right.
And then it turns to find out that nigga ended up getting kicked off of Twitter because dude really did not. Dude is one of the biggest, like that nigga Twitter shit's important to him. Before he was known as a Twitter troll, I didn't know the behavior. But I just know I was in a knockout drag out with this nigga one morning. I'm on my way to work. I'm driving, spilling coke like fuck you, nigga. Whooping, over some Iggy Azalea shit, nigga. Like, remember I told you about that shit. But then he ended up following me and fucking with some music and shit, but it was just weird. But later on, that's how he got kicked off that motherfucker for not letting shit go. He's the Donald Trump of Twitter. Well, Donald Trump's the Donald Trump of Twitter,
Right.
but he's like that. He does it on Instagram.
I just saw him on Math Hoffa's fucking podcast giving some perspectives that totally wouldn't have expected from him.
Who, Talib?
Yeah.
He's a strange fella, bro. I'm not gonna say shit.
No, I'm talking about like how
he's odd, bro. He's like it's not a what you see is what you get thing at all.
no.
Yeah. Even that. But I just thought it was funny how that nigga was so mad at the Kanye West when the Kanye was like, nigga, I don't like that backpack shit. That nigga was hot. He was one of the niggas like, I'm one of your ghostwriters. Okay, nigga, you ate. What the fuck is the problem? You ate.
Yeah.
He didn't like the shit. He used it though. It worked. Niggas don't like my shit all the time, B.
He was that was one of the things. He was on there defending ghostwriters and shit. All right, I'm gonna get off Talib because I don't even like his raps. I don't like his raps. He be saying he be stuffing too many words in one line. I'm like, you could say that for another line.
It's so fucked up, bro. Because I think we have really good albums that nobody ever hears.
What's crazy is I love one of his albums, his solo albums too. Not even one of the ones like the shit he did with High Tech, which is pretty cool. Then the shit he got with Mos Def, which is probably a classic. Even though I don't love that album, right? And everybody, that's like a classic that I don't even give a fuck about. But oh well, I don't like his raps. Will, the fuck is that with Will Smith? Why you keep doing it?
Why?
It's the book. It is the book.
So what? What is this man doing?
It's the book. I'm telling you, it's the book. It's the book.
It
ain't
is
even
the
him no more, I
book.
think.
Yo,
But he put it in the
That's what
book
happened.
this dude got something every day.
every day.
Yes, because it's the book.
What's going to be left for the book? This man got out here and said that he had so much sex that having orgasms was making him throw up.
Come on, bro.
I can see it being true if he was fucking on an empty stomach.
This is the same nigga that didn't curse in his raps.
Scientifically.
Huh?
Scientifically, if he was fucking on an empty stomach, I can see it. That's it.
Well, I mean, like if you run.
Hey, man, if this
That's
nigga
right.
Yeah.
Right on an empty stomach.
Hey, look, we done heard about some people who have some crazy ass numbers. Put up crazy numbers.
What is that, Wilt Chamberlain?
Niggas don't be talking this kind of shit.
No.
But do you
Niggas don't be
think
talking
he
this kind of
lying
shit.
though?
Now, Will was a star. I'm not going to.
But do you think he lying? Because my thing is this Will Smith nigga don't gotta lie.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't think the nigga gotta
Look,
lie, bro.
Look,
I get
I do think it is something about having that camera on you and keeping it on you that'll make you fucking get out of character.
He live in front of that motherfucker.
Yeah, but he's also getting older.
I find it strange that niggas done put Will Smith out here attention on.
He is attention whoring.
I mean, maybe he ain't gonna tell you that part.
I think people are reading
He is attention whoring.
He ain't gonna tell you the part
it's
that
the book. I get he put the stuff in the book, but usually when people write memoirs, that's what they do. They put a lot of juicy shit in.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that whatever he put in that book, every week somebody finds something they like, oh, did you know?
Well, I mean,
know?
that's just today. That's
Yeah,
just
they
how it
get
is
the
now.
cocaine
Right,
excerpt, like I was fucking raw off cocaine for 4 hours and I threw up after I nutted because I ain't ate in 7
No,
days.
he didn't say it happened. He said it happened. That's what it was.
Well, that's what he was fucking. He was just living off
Man,
a
I don't
cocaine
wanna hear
diet.
this.
I mean,
I
some people's memoirs
I don't
are
care
really
what
that
Will
good.
do.
You just like
I
you
don't.
said, it's the time.
It's his fucking wife that bothers me. I don't give a fuck what Will say.
They both are
It's
strange.
Jada for me.
Both of them out
They
here.
both are strange.
Listen,
Will say it's like they out here competing.
That's
Like,
weird
oh,
shit
what?
to say.
I got one.
Something.
You said what?
Tell me something. Was Will strange before Jada started emasculating this nigga in front of the world?
Probably.
Well,
He wasn't
I feel
on
like he
social media.
was.
We
Hey,
wasn't
look,
saying
he was not.
was.
Look, we didn't know what he was until that nigga got on social media that day.
Yeah.
And now,
No, because it was a winner. He was winning social media. He was like, all these videos was the dopest shit in the world for a minute. Then she started
That
like,
ain't mean he wasn't
She still
everybody-
does all that shit.
and everybody was loving it, right? And then she started like, well, I still want I want Tupac to nut in my ear, you know. And then this nigga, then it started like she was jealous of the nigga attention he was getting, and then he spiraled. That's what I look at. I blame her. I don't give a fuck. I blame Jada.
But
That's
how
just
is he
mine.
spiraling? We're talking about the shit he put in the book.
Oh,
it ain't like
I
he just
agree
came
with
out
you on
and
the
gave an
book shit
interview.
too, and I agree with you on the book shit. But I'm just saying, I mean, nigga, I can
this
imagine
nigga is
throwing up.
attention whoring.
I feel like he is as well. Yeah. I feel like his image is very, it's getting very strange out there. You
I
know?
could say that if he was giving like these different interviews and every week it was like an interview and he said something crazy, like literally,
He's
I'm
lucky
still
he
with
just
you.
put out this good ass movie that
And
people
that's what I'm
responded
Right,
to.
I'm with her. I think it's the time because if you go back, you read some people's autobiographies, they had some shit in it, but it wasn't dropping on Twitter and shit. What was being said, like that's the world we in right now.
That is the world that we're
I'm just
in.
glad people are reading again.
Yeah,
Shit.
Are they though? Or are they listening to it?
Why would it be sick? Like the ain't got a lot of shit. He's still winning. I find like niggas that do that weird shit because they done lost and they trying to get back in the light. He's still winning.
Nah. I just think that like, are y'all gonna put it on me again?
Why are y'all? I know. I'm with you. This shit is weird.
Y'all gonna put it on me again? I'll take it.
I just probably wouldn't
Interview me
put all that
again.
shit in my book to begin with. That's just me. I think when you write your memoirs,
It's salacious.
It's okay to keep some shit to yourself.
It is. Some shit should be kept
There's
to
only one thing
yourself.
that's clear in this whole situation for me. One thing. They don't give a fuck about their kids.
Right.
At all.
Hey, no,
No, I heard Jada saying we knew that Jaden was gonna go off on his own at 14.
I'm sure they the ones that but they kids have fucking. They was talking to they nigga. Them kids was weird a long time ago, nigga. They had them talks already.
Yeah.
Them kids got together and their room was like, look, so
They had them kids was coming out of them kids was coming out of their room like, oh, okay, I'm going back.
Right.
To the room.
Was that a zebra? Yeah, I thought so. All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Was
going
that
back to
was
the
that
room.
was that fucking Drew Carey and Mama? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Naked? Yeah, I seen the white ass in there.
Yep.
That's funny. I think we still got a long ways to go though, because that book probably long. So
Right. It's gonna be
Every
more.
week it'll be something
Yeah, it's
else.
gonna be more.
I don't know. That shit is crazy. I don't know what's up with my guy. All right, man. Look, the flash mob robbers. We about to get out of here, but y'all been seeing the flash mobbers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they out
A
here.
couple of them got
They
caught
out.
though.
They
They
did.
getting caught, yep.
Of course, some are going to get caught.
We did it, bro. We just didn't call it flash mob,
Wait,
baby.
I have said I'm with you. It's just like a influx where we've been saying people hungry and want to eat. And they didn't just say that what they've taken to doing is what we were doing. It's going all the luxury shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Who
They
got
going
them
to the luxury
bags?
shit, but it's starting to get a little crazier now because now they like it's now folks. It's a lot of like in person robbing going on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Going on now. Like
Yeah.
it's starting.
Yeah.
That is the flash mob thing is one thing.
Right.
But it's a lot of fucking robberies and follow homes. We spoke on that before.
Yeah.
But a lot of that is going on.
Be careful.
Yeah, be careful out there.
I just
And I'm
saw
not gonna
You
lie.
seen the
that's
slick
very
little shit at the
nervous.
High Wind Cafe with a nigga crip on the shit, nigga.
when he put up, when he walked right up to the
Didn't
table
nobody
with
else
the
in
burner,
there knew what happened.
with the burner out. What
Yeah.
he getting for? His food and his money?
Uh-huh.
He just got it for his money and his chain and some shit, right?
Hey man, this girl.
Yeah, I seen he had the chrome thing on him.
No, that wasn't the one.
But I said, well, it looked like the crop thing from the black and white still.
Oh,
So
no,
maybe
that
that's
shit
what I
is-
said.
You know, since we talked about all of that last week, when I went shopping this weekend, like, I had my little bags and my cousin was like, let's go put the shit in the trunk because we were at the outlet, so we weren't leaving no time. So I was like, girl, no, I'll carry your bags because I feel like if anybody sees us put that shit in the car,
You gotta
even
move
in the
and
trunk,
everything. You gotta park
Yeah.
somewhere else now.
Because low key, no lie, I know Barb is usually the story person, but I got one for y'all. When I worked at Target, and you know how you got the Black Friday thing, where it's always certain things on sale. A girl I worked with had, got some stuff for, because when you work in there, you got to get your shit because by the time you get off work, it's all gone anyway.
Right.
So they used to tell us we had to park in a certain spot, and you would think that the security's watching anyway. So she puts her stuff in the car, goes back to work. Comes back out, they had broken her shit and took everything. And so it became a fight at the job because people started going, first of all, you told us we have to come through the back anyway. There's a security person who sits there. So if y'all not watching my shit, I'm parking it in the front where I know y'all watching the customer shit.
Right.
So that when I come out, my shit ain't fucked up because I'm at work all day,
Yeah.
So like, I just, like that fear I have about putting shit in to cars and stuff. It's like, nah, I just carry everything. I seen people out with like suitcases and shit, rolling they shit because ain't nobody trying to get got
I
like
just
that.
go to Amazon and just wait at the door in
Man.
my robe. with
Man,
no
but they be
drawers on.
stealing from Amazon too. Like if you
I
see
said
that
I've been
package
waiting
out
at
there.
Did you hear me? I said I've been waiting at the door in my robe with no drawers on.
Even if they take your package, to Amazon, they be like,
every
perhaps it was delivered
They
to
missing
you,
the-
And then they'll bring you another one.
and they send you another
They're
one.
missing the most important part of what I said.
I know.
We heard you.
I heard you. I just know if anybody ever robbed me, they gonna be
Royal
sad. Cause my jewelry don't be real. I don't keep money on me like that. So it's like, what you go get?
I always
Because
say
by
that
now,
too.
if you steal somebody's car, it ain't shit to go on your phone and be like, click,
Yep.
and your card is shut
can
down.
lock your
So
shit,
it's
yeah.
pointless,
You
know?
have to take me to like 20 ATMs
Hey,
for
but
like
people,
20
it's like, but see, we in an age where people was out here with rocking a lot of jewelry, rocking a lot of little stuff. They just taking what's valuable off of people.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying if you see me
And
and you
I
think
think
so,
and I think they're targeting
Oh,
people.
yeah.
You know what I'm
They're
saying?
definitely
But
targeted.
like we said last week, they don't be targeting the right people.
Right.
If you gonna target somebody that can actually afford to replace that shit. Stop
They shit is
targeting
insured.
people
You
that
talking about
you
the car?
don't
You
work
talking
hard
about
for.
the car break-ins? And
Well,
stuff.
no, just in general. I'm just saying if I'm gonna get somebody, like how you said they going for them high-end stores and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad.
But no, that's what I said. That's
you
what I
know.
feel they're doing in general is trying to go after high value.
And I'm okay with
People
that.
and
If you
things.
gonna do it, just don't go.
I'm not okay with that.
No,
either.
when I say that, I'm saying this. You know, you said they following people home and all that. Yes, I don't want that. What I'm saying is like how I said with my car. I'm not saying it's okay, but I just always find it interesting that people always hit the people they know can't afford
They
to
hit
replace
everybody.
that shit anybody.
They hit everybody. They
not always.
I mean, in general. I mean, sometimes some people just get what they can get.
Now that's very true.
You know?
Like when they broke my window for no reason and left the whole Ross bag. And I have a black on black car, so seeing anything is really difficult. So my black purse was stuffed on the driver's side. So you broke my window, then I'll have to repay
Right.
my inconvenience. All for the game of, ooh, are you kidding me right now? Oh, okay. So we gotta replace this window. You left the purse with the wallet, the money, the passport. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, I was very thankful that you broke the window and didn't take my purse. But still, like, it was an inconvenience to me. I had to go get it fixed.
Well, it's definitely inconvenient.
Always.
Yeah. It sucks all the time, but they're just getting what they can get. Just keep your head on the swivel out there right now.
All the
The shit is
time.
crazy. They doing run-ins. And like, see, we was just doing like getting like shoes and shit. Right? We do run-ins on like,
Who's we?
allegedly
That's
do
a good
stuff
girl.
on like, Foot Locker outlets and different shit like that.
I was a
Spots.
good girl. I ain't
Allegedly.
none of that. Not allegedly or not allegedly. I was a good girl.
But now they running. They in Louis Vuitton and they just did a run on Home Depot and just took all the sledgehammers, the hammers, and all the crowbars. So it's about to go down.
See, that's that dumb shit.
This is not going away no time
That's
soon.
that dumb shit.
This is gonna be a thing. This as trendy as people are right now. You about to see this shit all over the place. It's not going away no time soon. People just better hope they don't start doing it, deciding to do it at people's houses.
And that's the tricky part when you said they following people home and shit. It's like, bruh, for what?
Yeah.
Like, I work for every fucking thing I got. Get a job. It's okay.
Yeah. All right. Black King salute. Let's do a Black King salute to Trevor Booker. You guys know who that is?
I do.
You do? Okay, dope. All right. Not too many people know Trevor Booker while playing in the NBA, but he's built a business empire together with his college roommate named Jonah Baez. They own more than 12 companies. They have a shared interest in a half a dozen more. They own a group of 6 private schools of the Combine Academy. They own over 200 doors of real estate, residential and commercial in multiple states, a stake of the DC United soccer team, and have started investing in startups. Dope. All right. And Booker was just he was not like a star type player. He was like a journeyman, played on a bunch of teams, you know what I'm saying? Probably made about $30 million, but, in the NBA scheme of things, it's not crazy. Right? They said Booker stated his plan was to become a billionaire, but he did an appearance on a podcast called Court Cases, and he says he doesn't plan on that anymore. He went up to self. His goal now is to become a trillionaire.
Amen.
That's what's up.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even heard nobody say they was trying to become a trillionaire.
Right.
That's the goals.
Yeah.
Big goals.
Right.
Adult goals.
Yeah, what he say? My original goal was to become a billionaire, but I've been thinking about it lately. I think I want to go for $1 trillion. I think it's realistic, especially with the times that we're living in. Salaries are going to keep going up. Inflation, technology. There's a lot of money in tech. I think it's a realistic goal. Damn. Who's gonna be who? Yeah, I don't know.
Get it.
We're gonna see. Are we gonna see a trillionaire in our lifetime?
I feel like we
Aren't they
can.
already?
Bezos or Musk will probably hit it first.
Or somebody else? One of
Only
these fucking
pocket
little
watching nigga, I
one of
don't
these
know.
fucking crypto kids.
Yeah.
Hey, you better get in these discords and find out what it is. They be out here fucking exchanging info. They fucking getting it up.
Kids, come help us.
Exactly.
Just want a few million.
Right.
Hey.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What the fuck was that segment for this week? And then we're going to bounce. I want Tasha to answer for this because this is her squad. Substitute teacher arrested after sending students nudes and vids after only 4 days
Fuck outta
on the job. What's going on with your people?
Man, let me tell you what I gotta say. Fuck them kids. Ain't nobody worth me losing the little coins I get for substitute teaching to do some
She must have
dumb
saw
shit
some
like
sexy
that.
ass students. She was like, man,
was a lady?
I'm about
Yeah.
to fuck all these kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Right.
Wow.
yeah.
That is crazy.
She looked hella young, not saying
She was only
like,
19.
you know. So when these high school kids, I didn't really follow the story. Like
13
I saw the
and
headline,
14-year-olds.
I was like, she's stupid.
13 and 14-year-olds.
I ain't fucking my money off for none of that.
Yeah.
4, I mean, like, it's no excuse. 4 days? She just got there.
Right.
She
That's
picked
what
them
I'm
out.
saying.
You.
Give me your phone number.
Start hitting them off.
First
That is
of all,
wild.
none of these little ass kids, like,
I don't know when you.
they look
like-
like babies. Like, hell.
I haven't seen none of the pictures of none of the kids. But what's up with these fucking snitch ass little dudes?
Right.
Yeah, it's a different day.
Advocate them
Yeah.
not doing the right thing. It's still a sex offense, and the kids should report it. But
That's
the
just
adults-
weird.
Somebody's
Kids, that's
parent
just
probably
weird. The
found
kids,
that.
I wouldn't
That's
know
what I
no
was gonna
kids
say.
that would do
Y'all
that. That's all
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know
Someone's
no
parent.
boys that would report that.
That's where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
bro. Of course, we all know it's a sex offense. and
Stop
shit,
trying
it's
to
some
touch
wild
these little
crazy
boys'
shit.
dicks,
No, a
teachers.
parent found that.
Yeah, because you know parents
No,
do be
but the
going through
parent
their
found
shit.
the kid, told somebody, and then it went on. When did these kids start talking to their
that's how
parents so
that
fucking
happened?
openly?
Oh, okay.
I thought somebody's mama was probably going through the phone. They came
Yeah, that's what I was
across that shit.
thinking.
That would be a whole nother thing. No, the
Yeah.
kids, hey, she sent some pictures, Mrs. So-and-so, Miss
Butterworth.
Christie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sent them things over.
I didn't
That's
even
funny.
know that. Because like I said, I read the headline. And it was just like, y'all ain't gonna never fucking learn. Like, y'all
Right.
just not gonna learn because this ain't the first teacher to get caught.
I'm gonna have to say, this is why people shit. Because I ain't seen none of this shit happen to
It
no
is.
black students. You know what I'm saying? Just like the new serial killers.
Yep. Take it how
We got
you
black
take
serial killers now, so we can't say
Yeah,
about serial
yeah.
it.
killers.
Take it how y'all take it, though. I know
Yeah.
what you're saying, brother, and I agree with you.
It
I
is.
ain't gonna never let that be clear. There was too many grown men that she could have did that.
Man.
with. She could have sent a
On
photo
staff,
to.
probably.
For real.
Right. She could have got that done. But she wasn't trying to get that done. She was trying to send them pictures.
I mean, no excuse for the age, but I was wondering since I didn't read it, because, you know, like, since you said she was 19, I might have said, okay, if you would have said the kid was, 18, because then you figure they was probably
Yeah.
in school together. But some little ass junior high kid, like, hell no. Ain't no way.
Captain of the football team.
Pop Warner?
Hell no.
No. No.
But they can play Pee Wee,
I cannot.
Right.
Nope.
flag team. I like the way you be grabbing that flag.
Grab it.
All right, man. We got a new COVID variant. They're going to shut the world down again. So,
Right.
be aware. B1.755-275. Now nicknamed Omicron. I was wondering when they was going to give it a nickname. Because
Wow.
they hadn't gave it a nickname. I wasn't feeling like it was real until they had a nickname.
Omicron.
Well, if they send us back home, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm gonna be mad to be able to teach class in my pajamas. I'm not, because I'm a little over getting dressed now. I'm only getting dressed for about a
You
month, and I'm
don't like
over
having
it.
to go in, huh?
Hell, not like literally the money that I spent on clothes this weekend was to buy clothes for work. Like I done got so used to,
Yeah,
my
that sucks.
pajama pants, my stretch pants. I can't just, go to work like that. So now you gotta get dressed, get in the car, actually go. And I'm still fearful of COVID. So it's still that thing of having to be around germs.
You're still apprehensive.
Yeah, and it's like I gotta be there. I'm telling you, if they said we going back online, I am not gonna be sad.
Right.
Okay.
But I don't want no more variants. I'm
Yeah.
putting that out there.
They out here with the variants.
Yeah.
They
I don't know
are.
if you watch Loki, but the variants mutating.
Every day my mom calls me and she's like, it's a new variant.
They be on that. Fauci is out here now doing his fucking variant fucking speech. You guys, take it serious. You know, same speech. Just fill in the fucking blanks. All right, man, y'all ready to go? Let's go.
I mean, yeah, even though, you know, I don't have PMS
Look at her ready to just look. I'll talk all nice, ain't no little meats.
And Da Vinci, don't be cutting him off. Terry's little
Da Vinci too.
Terry is playing a teenager, all right?
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Terry's playing a teenager.
It's okay.
We just had this talk.
But in real life, both their asses is over 18.
Terry's
very grown.
a teenager.
It don't matter.
But he's very grown.
Thank you.
He's playing
Thank you.
teenager.
But he's not a
Plain and
teenager.
mean are two different
He's
things.
playing a high school student.
That's all right, though.
You are a substitute
That's okay.
teacher.
Because we know in real life, Meech and Terry
You
are not.
are a substitute teacher
It's okay.
flirting with a high schooler.
Hey, you know.
If
If we go to All American, Da Vinci
not-
on his way out of high school. So if I wait a couple more months, you know, just
Oh,
saying.
Season, we graduated.
Right. Hey,
I don't
and
like
Meech
it.
is what, a dropout? So I mean, we good. We out of high school.
I don't like it. All right, when we go spin the room, let people get y'all where they are and where they're going to be and how you can get in touch with them. And then we're going to get up out of here. Before we do that, I want to make sure that you tap into the social media for Deez Ninjas Podcast at Deez Ninjas Pod on all the platforms. Make sure that you check out our YouTube at www.youtube.com/Deez Ninjas Network. And also tap into our website at www.deezninjas.com. Feel me? Make sure that you share and subscribe and comment and all of that. Please, much obliged. Thank you in advance. Cash, where they can get you?
What up, Vern? That's it. Everywhere you look, that's where I'm at.
Everywhere.
What up, Vern?
All right. Vacation Barb.
Vacation Barb. I love that. So on YouTube, that's only Barb. On Twitter, that is Agent 99. And on IG, you can find me at Novels by B.
Hey. Mocha Vibes.
So he done already told y'all all my stuff because he been calling me that all show.
Yeah, but how do they find you, though?
On IG, I am mocha_vibes, VYBEZ. Then you can find me vibing on Twitter with no underscore.
Man. And Nikki Savage.
You can find me on Instagram at Truth Hurts with _Nikki Savage. On Twitter, I am Nikki Savage, and on TikTok, I am Nikki Savage. Did I say TikTok twice?
Yeah.
Twitter and TikTok.
All right.
Shout out to TikTok.
Okay. And I am, you know what? I'm dropping the JJ. I'm just going to go by Club Dynamite. Change the U to, just from now on. We're going to change that. We're not going to use the JJ no more. Just going forward. I'm just announcing right now. Right now, I'm thinking about it. All right. But you can catch me at Club Dynamite. Change the U to a V. On all the platforms. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all them shits, Facebook, all them shits. All right, that's what it is. We about to get up out of here. Peace, love, and soul.